Oh my goodness, hello, good morning everybody, good morning Mick and Savitri and Shelock and Michael, good evening Jehu, Bagel, Angelica and Metallica, good evening Addie, Jack in a Box, Angelica, I already said, Seal, Ursinate, hello, Lottie, I know you're in here, Raina, hello, Gatno, Cold Brew, okay, windows open, very good, hi everyone, Marissa, good morning, from me anyway, Tipsy, hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet, thank you so much for joining me for yet another ad hoc live stream. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday. All of the days are fusing, and that's okay. Shrimp, good to see you. Willow, hello. AC, Momo, Mel. Hello, everybody. How you going? How are your days? Thank you so much for being here. Good morning. It's currently 9 a.m. in sunny Brisbane. It's so sunny. It's going to be so hot today. We're already turning our air conditioners on. Yesterday, the weather said it was like 29 degrees Celsius, and that was a downright lie. It felt like about 35. It's hot. It was hot. Summer is just around the corner, even though it's starting off with spring. Anyway, the world's heating up. Ice caps are melting. Polar bears are sad. Sleepy, thank you very much for being here for 12 months. Sleepy, happy anniversary. Sleepy says, Friday and I get a member stone chat. Hey, Zach. Hey, all. Lovely to see you, Sleepy. I hope you're having a fabulous Monday. No, Friday. What even are days? Okay, so I have a can of Monster. It's sugar-free, don't worry. And it's the silver can. The gold, I think the gold can is better. The silver one is more everyday. The gold can, the pineapple flavour, oh, delicious. Anyway, not what we're here to talk about today. Today, we're going to be reacting to Miss Foodie Beauty, Miss Chantal Marie, and two of her most recent uploads. Well, actually, technically, one of them's Lottie's. So we're going to start off with the mukbang that she's uploaded a couple of hours ago? 3 hours ago. CHESTER'S, BANGKOK, mukbang, and Storytime about my relationship. I can't wait. So we'll watch that together. This is a 25-minute long mukbang. Thank God I don't sit through ads. So we're going to watch that. And then there was also a live stream while I was sleeping. Was it while I was sleeping? As I was going to sleep? Something. That was a live stream. Now Lottie's done us the very kind favour of cutting out about 10 minutes worth of Foodie talking about her grandmother's passing. I'm not interested in hearing it. Y'all are not interested in hearing it. And if you are, feel free to go watch it by yourself. But, you know, you'll do it without a buddy. But I do recall I was listening a little bit before I was falling asleep. And she was she just had a sense of madness about her. So I wanted to, mad as in angry. So I thought we'd watch that together. I've got nothing else to do this morning, which is excellent. My Saturday morning's all free, so it's all yours. Mel, thank you very much for being here for 31 months. I appreciate you. Mel says, I'm creating on a 10-cheese pizza to one-up Foodie. Do it. Why not 11? I feel like shaky cheese you could probably put on there. I mean, do you argue that that's actually Parmesan or not? Feta. I mean, we had this kind of conversation yesterday. There's so many cheeses. Or how about this? How about this, though? Instead of a 10-cheese pizza, why don't you make 10 mini pizzas? Not personal. I'm talking like 10 bite-sized pizzas. Roll out your pizza dough, get a cookie cutter, cut out 10 pieces, make miniature pizzas of 10 different cheeses, and that way you have 10 single cheese pizzas, and you can rank them 1 through 10 and come back to us with your scientific findings. How about that, though? Anyway, that sounds like a great idea. I could go a pizza. Alright, so we're going to get started with mukbangs. How fun, 1.25 times speed at minimum. What she got to say for 25 minutes. Also, hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you if you're new. Get rid of that. Welcome back if you are returning. I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just a guy who loves to make talks about things on the internet and watches way too much Foodie Beauty. Also not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate. Just here to talk about the produced and monetized content that we see here on this platform, because it's all about what choices about what we say, choices about what we put on the internet, choices. And I kind of wish this shirt was a little less crinkled today, but that's okay. It's not a problem. Okay. Let's get started. Let's go. Yeah, it's not too loud. What do we all think about this new introduction? I don't think I like it. Bring back the old pixel art. This is... No.
Hello, Foodie Beauties.
Nick says, I'm new. Do we talk about feet and cheese here? Well, cheese is the topic du jour, but feet will definitely come up. Hold on, we're not watching her ad. Please hold. Hi guys, g'day. You asked for a kazoo emoji and we delivered. Actually, Now you can access all of these fun emojis from the Pulpy Syntax channel membership. And I'm not going to show you a website, but you can just click that button down there to join, or not. It's up to you. But thanks for being here. Anyway, that's fun. Go away. God damn it. I don't know. Look, I understand. I get it. I get she wants her coin. I get she wants to feel wanted, needed, desired, and being given attention. And she wants to feel famous because apparently you're no one if you don't have a cameo. I still haven't even applied. Maybe I should. Hey, Mick, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. It's very cute. And I'm glad you enjoyed the ad. I just think because she put up a community post the other day, right? She was flexing that she was on the leaderboard, y'all, on the leaderboard for 2 videos or something. Okay, I mean, whatever. People are paying for that though. That's why. That's the wild part. Jesus, criminy. Hold on. Trying Chester's, a Bangkok restaurant chain. Oh, we didn't go in the restaurant. Right, we just got takeout. I'm shocked. Also, who's this face? Does anyone know her? She has quite the defined chin. Who know? Does anyone know this woman? That's true, Lottie. Although she probably saved those 2 up for like a week or 2. Anyway. Hold on, I'm also loud. Sorry for busting out everybody's eardrums. Who's this person? We don't know her. Yeah. No, it's all smooth skin and pointy chin. What a shelf, Sarah. Ah! Oh, you're not wrong though. You're not wrong. Anyway, back to whoever this person is. It's always... I'm not great with like faces and shapes. I'm not great at a lot of things. But the minute I see silver eyes, I'm like, man, you want to use filters? Fine. Just don't lie to me in the face. But we know the filters are filtering. The filters are filtering. Filter. So.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to another dinner with me.
Have fun.
I'm in a weird mood. Don't ask.
You have been in your past couple of MUKBANGs. So is this recorded before the live stream? Probably.
You should know me by now. Okay, so today...
Delulu, lovely to see you.
We are having a meal from a pretty popular food chain here in Thailand. I don't know about Thailand, but Bangkok at least.
Good thing you did your research about Chester's then.
Called CHESTER'S. We did have CHESTER'S once before when we were at a mall. I think I took some clips. I'm so behind on like editing things.
Yeah, because the MUKBANGs are way more important. I mean, they are to her. Oh, I have something in my eye. Ow. And my nose is itchy. Great. What a fun adventure my face is having. Chester's Grill Restaurant? Chester's. I can't see like a chesters.co.th. That's an app? Oh god, I typed in Chester's Bangkok and Foodie Beauty's YouTube channels on the first page. I hate that. Hate that for everyone.
Waffle fries, cheese sauce, Pepsi, rice, fish, fried...
Oh, I think it's gone. No, it's still there.
Sea bass with some kind of herbs and seasoning on it. And these little salads that they give you, they always have these on the side. With some kind of salad cream. They're salad dressings, they call them salad cream.
Can she not sit up properly? I don't know what her sitting situation is here.
Okay.
I think she's sitting on the floor like she's wont to do, like a toddler, with her legs splayed. What a fun word. Don't get to use that enough. With her legs splayed, and I think she's probably got a chair or a table between her knees, and then this like lap table on top of it, so that she can really just jam everything into the frame instead of, maybe like pushing the camera back a little bit.
So, bismillah. All right, let's dig in. So I have Pepsi.
New to Crazy. Hello, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it, mate. Welcome. New to Crazy says, does she ever know what she's eating? I mean, she does in a sense of like, that's a carb, that's a salad. She's going to turn that salad into a real salad shortly. You watch. I hope. I haven't seen this. Spoilers. But if she doesn't douse that thing in cheese and dressing, it's not a real salad. She doesn't have a great... For someone who calls themselves a foodie, she doesn't have a great sense of talking about, like, preparation or recipes or ingredients or flavors. Everything's just kind of yummy or creamy. So, no, to answer your question.
With lots of ISO points for that. Let's try these waffle fries with cheese sauce.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Do you reckon that's full fat Pepsi or Coke? What does Chester serve? Chester's Bangkok. That's, yeah, sure.
The fries are seasoned. The cheese sauce is like very cheddary. I like it. Look, when it comes to describing food, cheddary is as good as it's gonna get. Okay. Yeah.
I think it's Pepsi, y'all. They've got Chester's on the list.
So these vegetables are just...
Oh, no, they serve... Oh, here we go. Oh, it's available on DoorDash, probably where Foodie got it from. 4-piece chicken, 4 pieces of chicken with mouth-watering taste. Combo comes with side and drink of choice Pepsi, Diet Coke, Zero, or Zero Sugar Coke. Okay, well, they're a mixed bag, then.
Carrots and some really sad-looking iceberg lettuce. Doesn't iceberg lettuce always look sad?
Iceberg lettuce is delicious.
It's like the less fortunate of the lettuce kinds. Like...
Is it?
You know, you have all these other, like, beautiful leafy greens, and then you have the sad head of colorless... You know, it's just crisp.
As someone who tries to eat a lot of salads, iceberg lettuce is a savior. It tastes like crunchy water. It's great. I love
water and fiber. But it's good.
Uh-huh.
All right. This fish... Let's see here.
Also, did she set this up on a plate? I feel like she did. I feel like it came in a takeout box and she said, no, let's make this nice today. Which is surprising.
Mmm. Ooh, it's a bit spicy, so it's chili, the sauce. I can taste honey, ginger, and there's red onions.
Uh-huh.
That's yummy.
Yeah, see? Really good descriptions. Yummy!
So this whole meal cost...
Hey, Paige, good to see you. Paige asks, iceberg lettuce doesn't have as much health benefits as, say, mixed greens, though, right? I'm pretty sure they're, like, supremely vitamin, like, light. Yes. So I guess given the option, if you're concerned about vitamin and mineral intake, you should go for darker leafy vegetables, I think is the general advice. So, like, spinach and rocket and, like, those darker... more, and like kale, darker, more not cruciferous, I can't remember the word, like those type of greens, I believe, yes, but like, if you want something, I feel like iceberg lettuce is like the watermelon of the lettuces, you know, low energy, low effort, just a real good base for a salad.
I'll start putting the price of my meals because I know a lot of you were wondering that.
The fish is lightly battered, fried and crispy. And fried and crispy. Oh, okay.
This plate is the plate they put the
Oh, it's Iron Arcanine.
coffee mugs on
Right.
every day when they make up the room.
Oh, Paige, thanks for the super chat. That's all right, mate. Appreciate you. Look, I always say I like to learn something while we watch this nonsense. So even if it's just a passing conversation about the benefits of darker vegetables or darker greens, lettuce, vegetables, whatever, I'm all about it.
So,
because I'm not going to learn anything from that.
I love this table. It's the best thing. It's like, it was so affordable, and it helps my, mukbang videos tremendously. More organized than just putting it on a box,
Oh, we're upgrading. She is conscious of putting on a plate.
Anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, I asked if you guys wanted to hear the story about
When?
our meeting. And I believe it was a miracle from God coming into to send me someone to marry who is
I haven't seen this yet, but is she about to rewrite history? The very, very modern history that we've all been sitting through for the last 12 months? Highly requested.
We're gonna take care of me. And vice versa. We take care of each other.
Do you? I can think of the ways that Mama Chantel takes care of Snoopy, but it's fine. I won't say it. I don't need to say it.
Because in Islam, you know, marriage is very sacred. We believe in marriage. And
What about loophole marriages, though?
you know, not just frivolous dating and
Frivolous dating? Oh my god, let's talk about Chantel's dating history. Wasn't it just before you started wearing the hijab you were trying to justify sleeping with a married man, and it was okay because his wife was on the other side of the planet and it was kind of arranged you guys, so it was fine? Marriage is sacred to me. Is it? Is it now? Okay. Oh, what a good time.
And I say that because
It's a godly Tinder.
before I met Salah, it's important to know a bit of a background.
Tell me. Tell me lies.
I'm not quite proud of.
Lie to me.
My
I wonder how deep she's gonna go into this.
views and morals have changed. Actually,
Miley Cyrus. Was he motorcycle guy? Was that Miley Cyrus? Or was that someone different? I can't remember. I'll need to break out the flashcards.
it's not that they've changed. It's just that
The guy she met behind the bowling alley in the car park. Remember that one? The motorcycle helmet. What happened to that motorcycle helmet? She had a motorcycle helmet at the villa. Remember? No, was it gloves? It wasn't a helmet, it was gloves. She had those motorcycle gloves just like on the bench. Oh my god, Chantel's just had so many men. Like, it's just, and has brought that talking point to the YouTube. It's just, it's a lot. There's a lot to keep track of.
they've come to
Sarah, I do believe there's a spreadsheet, yes.
fruition because, like, I never felt good the way I was living with, you know, letting men disrespect me and not respecting myself,
It was a helmet? Yeah, right. Why did I think it was gloves?
not having higher value for myself and what
Kevin Parker Bush was the motorcycle guy. Yeah.
I want in a partner.
So that was a story about having to pee in a bush. I think we named him Kevin originally.
And I learned all that when I
And Tony was the guy in the red room. Red room? No. The cats. Tony was the guy where Chantal was so messed up and had the cats literally like sitting on her chest and giggling on the couch, and that was a very uncomfortable time. But we did see a toe, so Tony.
met Salah, when I when I reverted to Islam.
No. I caught that. I am trying to pay attention to this because I am catching all of the timeline lies.
And I learned all that
Time lies.
when I met Salah, when I when I reverted to Islam.
Yeah.
So, that being said, before
Yeah, but I remember her being really iffy about all of that. Like, she wasn't actually talking about her faith or her belief or anything while with Snoopy. Like, she would just constantly say, that's my business, and whatever. Like, your belief is your business, whatever. But people were trying to piece together exactly what was happening because she just started wearing a hijab without acknowledging the rest of it. And then that eventually happened in Kuwait, I guess.
right before I met
Very confusing.
Salah, I was pretty lonely. I had just like gotten out of a relationship with a narcissistic abuser.
My timelines might be iffy, but I'm pretty sure she had relations between old mate and Snoopy. Yes. Well, she told us she did. I hate this game. I hate this
And so I was feeling pretty low and looking to like just fill that void, and was just like dating
phrasing.
around and like being really, you gotta see the Chester's, not really caring about myself, you know, like just yeah, struggling with a lot of things.
Lottie, great note. Lottie says she randomly turned up in a hijab while allegedly sleeping with married dude and Snoopy hadn't entered the chat yet. No. And she was very, like, very, not cagey, but very, like, what's the word? Avoidant, I guess, in that topic of conversation. Yeah. Mama Bear, thank you for gifting a channel membership. That's very kind of you. And welcome back to Flower Phantom. Hello, lovely to see you. Please make sure you thank Mama Bear for their lovely gift. I don't know, I feel like this conversation would be different, because didn't she already do a video where she was talking about how they met and all of that? I'm sure there's like a recorded video that's gone up in the last 10 months where she's talking about how they met. Also, glitter or sweat, what do you reckon? I don't care, but it's just really... Once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. The filter's really... Where the fuck are we now? Hold on. Everyone hold on, we're a little bit lost. What do you reckon, chat? Sweat or glitter? It's hard to tell. These filters really are magic. I got a Kroger ad, Unicorn. I've never been to Kroger. I don't know much about Kroger. That's like groceries, though, right? Probably sweat. I mean, it's probably sweat. Just me. Enjoy your sleep. Good night. Both? It might be both. I don't know. She wears a lot of glitter, so...
And at one point I became really sick of the dating scene and men altogether and just the idea of having a partner, anyone in my life.
I remember when you got sick of men and you tried to convince everybody that you were looking for a woman, and then you told us that you'd found like a 6-foot-tall Russian woman on international Tinder or something of the like, and then you were threatening to go to Pride. And then I remember you getting really high and frustrated with your chat and screaming, "I'm not gay!" Oh no, that was about the Dee stuff. We don't need to go into that. Anyway, just fun memories of Chantal desperately seeking attention from people.
And I was using Tinder to meet people at the time. And I was on there all day. Like
the tall Russian woman, Chuck, lovely to see you. I'm sure she was only mentioned in that one stream, but it stuck with me.
It was like an addiction. Meaningless encounters, not respecting myself whatsoever.
Yeah, Lottie, I don't want to remember that. Not at all. What a nightmare.
That's how I felt inside. Maybe I didn't always portray that on camera.
Who was the other guy she was going to marry for like one day? Can't remember his name. She was so he was the guy that she put in his in the thumbnail. He had like that opened, buttoned. I think it was like a florally kind of shirt. Oh, chat, help me out. Help me out. I can't remember his name. If you go back far enough, he'll be in one of my thumbnails. Because she put him in one of her thumbnails. Was it Metten? Was that Miley Cyrus? You'll remember the photo. A very out at the club in early 2000s photo. Yeah, no, not Roman. Roman was the local guy she met up with and live streamed from his car and said that Chantel's breath smelled terrible and that they never kissed. And he helped her with the cats to the vet. That was that one. Was Metten the one with the boss necklace? Not, he didn't wear the boss necklace. It was just Chantel was wearing the boss necklace. Oh my god. Metten and Miley Cyrus. Yeah. Okay.
I felt that way a lot of time.
I believe Metten was the one showing off the watch in the photo, yes. Memory lane is a terrifying place to make. It's all sharp edges and dark shadows.
Anyway.
I love Foodie's ability to smash two things together that might be somewhat interesting to some people. Like, if you're interested in watching someone mukbang, are you going to watch this and put up with Foodie trying to, like, tell the story of how she met the love of her life, her Disney prince? Like, Or if you're interested in that story, are you going to put up with fucking chompy mouth sounds from Foodie? No, and this is the thing, as like a content creator, you could make this 2 separate pieces of content. You could make a sit down and story time about, woe is me, my life was such a way before I met the shining star of my life, Snoopy. Or you could do a mukbang. Like, you don't need to do both. You could split it up. Don't tell her that, though. I don't want to have to watch it twice.
I thought, you know what, I'm not going to check my inbox anymore. I had seen in my inbox a message from Salah, and I just kind of like ignored all messages. I was like, I remember looking at him and thinking, wow, like he's handsome, like just what I'm looking for. Like, I was attracted.
A man 10 years younger than me on the other side of the planet. Still, when you say that in a vacuum.
Attracted to like, for a while I've been attracted to like Arab men, and he was like exactly what I pictured, like dark hair, just handsome. Like, he's just very handsome.
Why is she talking about him in the past tense?
Tall, dark, and handsome. But I didn't know how tall he was at first. Okay, so then, and he, you know, he would leave me a sweet message, and I would just kind of like, I ignored everybody until I left. I said, you know what, I'm fed up, I'm not answering my inbox. I'll leave my WhatsApp number. So I said, like, I basically...
Oh, God. Never put your number on there. Oh, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I prayed to God, because at the time I was raised Christian Catholic, so you know, I went through phases where I was agnostic, even atheist and Christian. I love the sauce.
Sauce is slightly sweet and spicy with hints of savory herbs and lemon. Can you not say it? I don't want to have to read. I mean, I do. Queen, lovely to see you. Thank you for being here for 11 months. Queen says, hey, chat. Trying to explain Girl World. Help me out. Okay. Who are you explaining it to? Hi, Queen's friend. Welcome to Girl World. I'm sorry. Have you ever heard of mukbang?
So I was praying to God.
In short, we watch an individual whose name is Foodie Beauty, who's historically been quite a terrible person. We've got a list, don't worry about it. Who kind of sits here, eats ridiculously, and tells stories. Oftentimes they're fables trying to rewrite history in this very moment. A lot of us are here just for the lols. Many of us are here because of morbid curiosity and we've been watching for like 5, 6, 7 years. And we kind of just we sit here as a group, a team, as buddies, and we try to find a laugh in quite a dark corner of the internet. Yeah. Oh my God, BB, hi.
You know, I wasn't Muslim.
Stop it, Lottie. Don't remind me she was paying monthly fees on Tinder.
Yeah, but I started believing in God.
She was paying for Tinder Premium monthly, but wasn't paying off the Kia or her tax debt to Canada. Good, yeah, that makes sense. That's a good use of cash.
In Cuba, when I went to Cuba, because God made signs aware to me that He existed, and He
It's the Barracuda.
was there to help me, and He got me through the heck I went through there. You know.
In Cuba? The Cuba stuff you brought on yourself, ma'am. You decided drinking and raging on the internet and calling people slurs and insisting people go and harass an elderly person who's got nothing to do with this. And yeah, you did a lot. Oh boy, you did a lot in Cuba. She also lip sank to Madonna and got the shout outs for it. But she was also a terrible mess. If you need to see the Cuba stream, there's a reaction. Quite a milestone in the story of Foodie.
I know when people talk about God and you're a non-believer, it sounds like brainwashed psychobabble. I used to think that way about people. It's hard to cut. I don't have a knife, sorry.
How do you not have a knife?
When I was going through my
You have a plate.
like agnostic or atheist phase, so I get it, but there's like little corn in here too.
Oh, good. I'll go straight through.
Anyway,
Why do I talk?
I prayed the night before Salah messaged me. I prayed and was like, listen.
The birds don't believe her. I know, boys, I know.
Please, God.
Nah, don't trust her. Oh my God, hi.
Send me a man who will take care of me and who is good for me. So, you know, like, a bit.
How desperately lonely.
I was like,
I understand wanting to find a partner in life, but goddamn, we have lived through a lot of searching vicariously through Chantal. If Chantal's dating history looked anything like my dating history, I would be so sad.
you know,
Woof. I think the other thing with Chantal specifically is that she's unhappy with herself, so she's expecting this relationship to fix everything about her. That's just not how relationships work. And you can kind of see it not working, specifically with Snoopy. Like, she feels those big butterfly positive emotions at some points in time, but she's obviously frustrated, she's obviously bored, and she's probably questioning a lot of things now that we're like a year almost into knowing them. I don't know. I also think that Foodie gets bored really easily as well, so the shine of something new doesn't last forever. I don't know. I just don't think the loophole marriage is meant to last.
admittedly, and this is not very healthy, but I wanted to get my mind taken off of the, you know, horrible ones I was with before that.
What happened to the married one? Shady.
So,
Bury that bagel. Swan noises.
I said my prayers and
put my phone number on my international Tinder profile and waited for a man to come and sweep me off my feet. And the next morning I woke up to text messages and the rest is history.
I said,
Then we FaceTimed for 3 weeks. He played me some keyboard, which turned out not to be Mozart. And then I booked a flight to Kuwait to go and live there for 3 months and buy him a new apartment. Sorry, rent him a new apartment.
I'm going to do a test here. I'm going to put my direct WhatsApp number in my profile on the dating app.
Don't ever do that. Bad choices. Bad choice.
And I'm going to go to sleep. And in the morning, the first person to message me is my soulmate. I do weird little tests like that. I don't know. Well, I woke up. Probably not morning. I woke up, rolled over, and checked my phone.
God, she's really dragging this story, huh?
And I had a WhatsApp message and it was from Salah. I have all the messages. Well, he has all the messages. I have, like, new number. I have a Kuwait phone number now, so.
Get a knife. Stand up and get a knife. Oh my God.
Actually, right now I have a Thailand number because you need to get one when you come here. Anyway.
I don't know why she needs a Kuwaiti phone number. No one's calling her. She just needs access to data. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. It's stupid, but it's fine.
I answered him. One of the first, the first communication was I was like, "Where are you from?" And he was like, I'm Syrian living in Kuwait. And I was like, Kuwait, wow.
She didn't even know where that was.
I would love to.
I don't think she does either. New to Crazy, thank you for becoming a channel member, mate. I appreciate it.
Visit there someday.
Tyrion, hello.
And his confidence,
Not too late.
was
We're just reliving Chantal meeting Snoopy through her words.
such an attractive thing for me. Because he was like, "Don't worry, you will," with a winky face and like, because I was like, "Oh, He was like, Do you know any Arabic? Maybe you heard of the term Habibi. It was so cute.
On the first text? Jesus. Reed's desperate for both of you.
And then after a while of talking, marriage came up. Because in his culture, dating is not, you know, even on a dating app, you're looking for marriage. That's what everyone...
On international Tinder.
In Muslim, also custom, dating is forbidden, so...
You wouldn't think to question that? You wouldn't think to question it. Does this look like the face of someone who should maybe question some of her life choices? Like, maybe act a little less on impulse? It's insane. Like, it's insane. It reads like one of those scam emails that's like, give me your date of birth and credit card number and social security number. Like, how do you not understand? I would be so cynical when it came to this topic of discussion if someone was like, oh, hey, I just want to talk to you for a couple of weeks and then I want you to fly to the other side of the planet and then I want to get married to you. Like, I don't know. It's wild for me because Chantal seems so desperate to escape everything about Canada. And I understand going into a different culture and that's a whole big conversation to have here. But Snoopy's 10 years younger than her. Like, I just don't see the things that they would have in common. I'm just very cynical about the entire relationship. Because in all honesty, and not to be like rude to Foodie or anything, this could, like, it could happen to anyone, and I would think there were a bit of an ulterior motive to, hey, move to the other side of the planet. Just pick up and leave everything behind you. Because what's in it for Foodie and what's in it for Snoopy, you know? Maybe I am just painted too cynically. Melanin, good to see you. Hello.
The goal is marriage.
Oh, really, Savitri? That's cute. I like that. I think it's different because I understand it happens in the real world. I feel like, for me, again, it's very cynical because I watch Foodie so often and I just can't... And I'm probably very biased against Foodie because I've seen a lot. I don't understand. I don't understand how you could have seen a tenth of what Foodie's produced on the internet and be like, yeah, that's the person I want to spend my life with. Like, yikes. But then again, we're all different people, so who knows?
And I still listen to this voice note sometimes. It makes me laugh. And so I sent him a voice note back and said, oh, marriage. Wow. And at that moment, I really believed it. I'm like, I'm never getting married. Never. And along the way...
Didn't she buy a ring for old mate? Talk about memory lane. What happened to the Jafar ring, Mary? At that moment, I didn't believe I would ever get married. Cut to 12 months prior, I bought an engagement ring. No, but you guys, I bought it for him to give to me. He was going to pay me. Stop! That's insane. Oh god. Alexandra, hello, thank you for being here for 15 months. Alexandra says, happy 15-month anniversary. Happy anniversary, mate. Want to get married? I'm sorry, I feel like the ship sailed on that one by about 12 months. Thank you for being here.
Obviously, I fell in love with him and felt safe with him.
Savitri, thank you for being here for 28 months. Savitri says, if I were to buy my own ring, I want to cut here. Yeah, maybe not the Disney licensed villain ring. I still think she should have gone out and bought all of them and just made had a collection. Love jewelry. That's fun.
And felt like this is what a union should be.
Delulu, thank you so much for the super chat. Delulu says had a fake engagement photo shoot and all. She had, oh boy, out at the frozen lake with the, oh god, there was so much going on. That stupid outfit, the hammy puffer vest and matching toque. Actually, though, an iconic look now that if we look back at it.
Obviously, I fell in love with him and felt safe with him and felt like this is what a union should be. You know, I was so adverse to marriage before.
No, you weren't, liar.
And to be the role of a wife, which is not a bad thing.
You literally wanted to rent an apartment for old mate to essentially live that life. That's what you wanted. God, I'm remembering all of those desperate live streams that they would sit there. There was that one where both of them were there and she turned to him and said, so we're we're together though, right? Like we're dating, right? That's what the chat's asking. We're dating, right? Crickets. Just silence. And that's what I mean, like living through highly embarrassing, desperate moments like that. What am I trying to say? I feel like the logic kind of makes sense for Foodie to literally pounce on any opportunity, including 21-year-old Turkish men with giant schlongs, that she at least got wrapped up after the gonorrhea incident of old mate. But yeah, it's giving desperate, it's giving not knowing my self-worth, it's giving, oh my god, someone pay attention to me, I need someone in my life, I need a partner to be valid and validated, and that's a whole lot of stuff to unpack, but Zam, if we haven't spent the last 5 years telling Foodie she needs to, be okay with herself, because the other stuff just doesn't go if you're not okay with yourself, you know?
And I'll be doing videos about that. Because I was adverse to that.
AC, lovely to see you. This is the cheesy dipping sauce for the waffle fries.
And weary, because I never had a man in my life who fit the role of a husband and protector in the way that I, and provider in the way that I needed.
Poor BB. Fuck. BB was the best food he had. Are you listening to this?
Verse to that, and which is not a bad thing. And I'll be doing videos about that. Because I was adverse to that and weary because I never had a man in my life who fit the role of a husband and protector in the way that I, and provider in the way that I needed.
Well, fuck baby. Jesus. How rude.
So.
Oh, Lottie, 100%. She hasn't got just blinders on. She's got a whole blindfold. That's it. Lottie said, this is someone who didn't see red flags and zip time magic tricks because she really, really just wanted something. Whew.
This is so good.
Is it? How's the liver? Just.
So that's how we met.
I am actually really curious about her liver health. If nothing changes, nothing changes. But that organ is gotta be upsetty spaghetti.
I firmly believe that Salah is my good karma from having went through what I went through. And I know a lot of people hate me for whatever reason. That's not my problem. That's your.
I severely dislike you. Hate's too high of an emotion.
But, thinking I'm a bad person.
I think you're a bad person.
Morally inept because I was, in an abusive, narcissistic relationship where.
No. I thought you were pretty terrible before the old mate stuff, and then after the old mate stuff, you showed a whole different side of you. Just terrible.
Became addicted to harder drugs.
That, ma'am, I whatever. I don't think it's a net negative or positive in terms of someone's substance use, but you truly tried to cry victim about fucking everything in that realm.
And I just really just didn't respect myself or my life at all. I didn't care about anything. I was, I was in a very dark place. And
yeah, she's a bad person all on her own. Yes.
I had an incident in Cuba where I had way too much alcohol and I just let everything that I was holding in.
Ooh, an ad about football? How fun, Sarah. The only thing I know about American football is Taylor Swift. That's it.
Everything just come out. And
oh, and is it the Cowboys are doing well? I think the Cowboys, or are they not doing well? I can't remember. There's Cowboys though. I think they're from Dallas.
You know, a lot of people look at
Go back, Foodie.
alcohol, and I just
Hold on. What?
You know,
I was also a very angry person. Yes.
I had an incident in Cuba where I had way too much alcohol, and
An incident in Cuba.
I just let everything that I was holding in, everything just come out.
Yeah, it was really embarrassing, quite bad, and that's what makes me think you're a bad person, because you can't justify spewing all of that hate in any way. You can't say, well, I was mad at this person and I was getting revenge on this person and I was over this person and it was, you know, a break or whatever. Like, there's no justification in all of the things that she said, because she legitimately sat there and tried to justify all of the things that she said because of the way that she is. Guess what? If that's the way you are, you're a bad person. Sorry. It's not hard math.
And, you know, a lot of people look at me differently because of that, but
we renamed the Cuba Rage to the Cuba Incident.
I still think that,
I like that.
I have good karma. I had good karma banked up with...
From where?
You know, with getting Salah, because, you know, I really did do a lot for the people that, you know, I was with. And
what does Salah offer her? Honest question. I understand Foodie probably puts like partnership really, really high, or the desire of feeling wanted is probably really high. But what, like, do you have good conversation? Do you have a lot in common? Do you like doing things together? Like, what? The goofy laughs. I mean, they do laugh like idiots together. You got me there.
I was taken advantage of.
Unag, that's true. Salah offered her a chance to escape her life. It's true. It's very, very true, actually. That's a really good point.
Used, and I was just put through the ringer, hurt tremendously over and over.
The ability to escape a large tax bill. That's...
And I think that...
and they love Dumb and Dumber. Yeah.
You have to go through...
You know what? Maybe I just don't understand these two.
A lot of bad ones.
Maybe they are perfect for each other and they'll live a long and happy and lovely life, but goddamn, it's insufferable.
Like they say, to get to a good one sometimes, unfortunately. And, you know, Salah comes from a culture where, you know, it's such a shame, like a huge shame if a man doesn't have his own life. You know, I see people joke about that a lot, like, oh, well, he's just with her for money, because that's such a narrow-minded view just because I'm overweight.
You're 10 years older as well, like, and I'm not trying to shit on anyone's age differences, I'm not, but like, this isn't, I know this person and so I'm going to date them. This is seeing a profile online. Think about this. Snoopy saw a profile online of Foodie's highly filtered photos, and then allegedly they were FaceTiming for like 3 weeks. Snoopy saw inside of her room. We have also seen inside of her room. Think about what was seen on those calls. Again, this is not like going out for a coffee, going out for a drink, going a meeting in the park. Like, this is in whatever way. Like, they didn't know each other. And even if you do talk for 3 weeks, you're not physically, like, oh God, I can't. I don't understand. I don't get it. I still don't get it.
Whatever, I feel like that view is... we see that a lot on social media. If a bigger woman is with someone from a different culture, race, it's for a green card. We don't have green cards in Canada.
They don't have green cards, but they do have an immigration and migration system, right? A citizenship system. We've been through that a lot.
Living in Canada, or going to be. And he had a whole life. He was supporting himself for a few years. He left his family home. He was supporting himself. So, he lived before me. He's living with me. And
And now I'm pretty sure he doesn't have to work at the perfumery.
it's a shame in that culture to not be to take care of your wife and everything. And I'm not used to that. I'm not used to being with someone like that. But surprisingly, it's
Aim higher, exactly.
I don't know how I lived a life like that before this, you know.
I don't know. I just feel like we were robbed of an arc where Foodie actually got her shit together and didn't rely on having a partner to validate her existence. But that was probably never going to happen. Hey.
Also, it's like really weird when I see old videos of myself. I don't even feel like I recognize that person anymore. The more and more time goes on.
Sure, everything's in the past and I'm not that person anymore, you guys.
The less and less I recognize.
We'll see about it when we get to the live stream.
That person, that Chantal. So.
Your girl, hello.
But that's how life is. We grow. We go through different phases in life. And each experience.
Delulu, thanks for the super chat, mate. Delulu says, guaranteed she's brought shame to his family. They're likely the laughing stock. It's not his family name. I don't know what they're... Like, she's spoken about... Oh, God, now I'm thinking about that that visit to the... Why would you make a vlog about going to a grave site? I don't understand. Yeah, it would be interesting. I mean, I understand that not every... Thank you for the super chat as well. I understand not every, like, family wants to be involved in all of this stuff, but I just don't know. I honestly thought when she went back to Canada that first time that it was done, because the way that she was telling stories... And obviously Al had a little bit of input there as well, about like when they were hanging out with his friends and the like wives of his friends and how they got upset with Foodie because she essentially expected them to clean up after her, which fair. I would be mad too. Like, it seems like with Foodie in his life, it definitely seems like there's a little bit of ostracizing from his past connections. And so maybe they're both happy with that. Maybe they're both happy just kind of being a little bit disconnected. But I don't know. That doesn't scream healthy relationship to me. Like in my mind, a healthy relationship like encompasses family and like you're adding people to the family and the friends groups and you're doing all of those things in a healthy way and not kind of being segregated out of it, because usually friends and family have a good scent for whether or not someone's good for a person. Little Nikki Name, good to see you as well. Thank you for the super chat. Little Nikki Name says, she wants to get credit for being a better person without doing any work to get there, and it drives me batty. Yeah, she's done no work. The bar for her is, well, I'm not Cuba raging anymore, so I'm a better person, so you need to like me now. No. No.
It's like a snowball. Each experience you carry something with you, the rest you just leave behind. So
I do, Lottie. I remember watching that live stream and then being told a week later that she was afraid of them breaking up, and they kind of broke up, and they maybe broke up. They loophole broke up, and I was very confused.
Anyway, that's how we met. I believe it was like a miracle. And yeah, that's my...
How long ago was that? Like 6 months ago now? 6 months ago she was back in Canada crying about him never loving her anyway, or he didn't love her enough, or he didn't love her the right way or something. Have fun.
My story. You know, I prayed and wished for God to send me someone, and he did. He sent me someone. Maybe, Yulia. And
maybe. I don't know if that's the case. Like that narrative definitely hasn't been presented. There isn't obviously a lot of talk about the family stuff, but I would assume Snoopy, having lived with his family up until a couple of years ago, that they probably had a reasonably good relationship. Who knows though?
Now we're married and living in Kuwait, and yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So that's...
It's true, all he had to do was fake love her.
The story. I finished my food a long time ago.
Oh no, battery low.
That was really good though. Like, Chester's is decent.
Oh, I didn't even remember the food. I forgot the food.
Anyway, I'm kind of out of my funk, and I'm going to keep trying to push myself through the heat. The heat is something that is a huge catalyst in my activity level, because, you know, I know that I'm obese, and that makes mobility more difficult than, you know, lighter people. But I also have pretty bad asthma. I went...
Oh my god, now we're just... Okay, I have to go back.
Lighter people.
Is she... Sorry. sniffly. Wasn't she out and about running around telling us how exciting everything was, saying that she was doing 6 hours worth of walking and going to three things to do every day in Thailand, and now this?
I'm going to keep trying to push myself through the heat. The heat is something that is a huge catalyst in my activity level because, you know, I know that I'm obese and that makes mobility more difficult than, you know, lighter people.
Yes, and we've known this for a very long time. Many of us know this, but that doesn't stop many of us having to actually get up and be active and do things. Like, honestly, I think that this person right here, I don't know if this is Chantal, I think that this person right here doesn't leave where they're staying currently and kind of just gets food delivery, comes and sets up, sits on the floor, does this for 20 minutes, and then probably sits on TikTok or whatever and just scrolls. Or YouTube. Like, I get it, I understand, and I understand me saying simply go outside for 10 minutes a day. That's not going to be helpful for everyone. But for Foodie has shown that she has the ability to get out and go and see things. I'm not saying she has to go out and see things and vlog every day or whatever. But they're close to the night markets, right? Go out for 20 minutes, night market walking. Okay.
But I also have pretty bad asthma. I went for a breathing test. I think it was must have been a couple years now ago. And they do this breathing test with you, and they give you these inhalers to see if the capacity improves, and it did. So that's how they determine. So I have issues with my lungs, also from having pulmonary embolisms.
And yet smoking shisha seems like a really smart idea for you.
There's probably some scar tissue there. There is some scar tissue there, actually, that they always find on chest x-rays. So I have, you know...
I have all of these medical maladies, and I can't leave the house, and I can't walk, and this is just my life now. Feel sorry for me. Okie dokie.
Lungs that are asthma, especially when you're in humidity, it's not a good mix. So it's...
I used to have asthma as a kid, and I found that when I was living in more humid climates, it was much better, but that might just be coincidental.
It's been
kind
of rough. I'm
currently not experiencing asthma, I don't think.
My asthma lately, and but I'm going to try my best to go back out there, even maybe just not go out during peak hours, and get some more content in for you guys, especially before we leave. I don't want to waste the trip. It's not really wasted, because we did do a lot of things.
You've spent the last 2 weeks in here, I feel. It feels pretty wasted.
Ready?
If I'd flown to another country and wanted to experience another culture, and wasn't it just in another video that you were saying you can literally just like leave the door and experience another culture? You could, but you don't. It's weird.
But I'm just kind of over it. I just want to go home.
I feel like, and honestly, I said that at the start, she was giving me big Zach sitting in the room eating ham and cheese sandwiches from Tesco vibes. Like, she's over the travel. She keeps saying, oh, I want to be a travel vlogger, and it's all very pie in the sky. Pie. But that's not the reality. If Foodie wants to go and travel, great. Go and experience it like a holiday. Create some content at your own pace. But, like, don't convince yourself that you're going to be a travel vlogger when you fucking hate traveling. Like, it seemed... Also, why would you be here for a month? Why are we here for a month?
But we're not going to change the flights. Like, I'm just toughing it out. I'm going to enjoy the time here because, you know, who knows when we'll come back. But, yeah, to change the flight, it's kind of a pain and you have to pay extra money and we just don't want to do that. So we're going to tough it out, even though I'm kind of homesick for, like, Kuwait food and my pets. Oh, my gosh. My kitchen, I'm going to be cooking so much.
We'll have to put a pin in that
when I get home.
Yeah.
Yes. For sure. For sure. For sure. And, yeah. So
I'm going to be cooking so much. Okay.
Stay tuned for
cooking.
Some more videos.
How many meals have we seen cooked in that kitchen? Content-wise. Not much.
More live streams. I know a lot of people think my live streams are boring, but my live streams have... I know a lot of people think my live streams are boring, but my live...
I need to isolate a noise. Please hold.
My live streams have always... My life, but
Did you all hear that? Did you all hear that gurgling? Did you all hear that gurgling in the background? Man, my ears are attuned! Ooh, that was deep. That was some bass. Good job, ears.
Live streams have always just been me coming on live and just talking to my audience. That's why it's just kind of like Q&A.
What a very particular skill.
You know, like I just talk to you guys.
How do I hear that? I don't know. I don't know. I think after the years of torture that these headphones have been through, they've just decided, you know what, everything you're gonna catch is that sound.
Gosh, socialize. We just hang out in bees. I'm not like a type of live streamer where I have subjects to talk about.
I did, Sassy.
I just answer your questions that you have for me, or I interact with you guys, you know, especially...
Dear Foodie, you're not that interesting, period. I know it sucks to say, and this is not meant to be hurtful to anyone, and I'm assuming Chantal's never going to watch this. You're not so interesting that you're able to capture a crowd. Remember when you used to get really shirty at reaction channels and say, well, if you ever spoke about anything other than me, you'd never get views. See, look, you only get half the views when you're talking about a different topic and blah, blah, blah. At this point in time, Foodie, no one's finding you interesting. And no one's really... Like, people have found you interesting in the past, and that's why a lot of us are kind of longer stayers. You know, we've been here for a while. No one who's coming to watch you as a new person is going to find your content interesting, engaging, or high effort. The people who are still watching are the people who have been watching for a really long time. And sitting down and answering Q&As... Fuck a Q&A. Sitting down and answering Q&As and having conversations with the 4 people in your chat, you can see it in her live stream numbers. You can see it in the numbers across the ecosystem, right? Numbers have essentially fallen for pretty much everybody because people are less and less interested in watching boring Foodie, which is totally understandable. Not everybody's in it for the morbid curiosity. Got it. People were here for the drama. No problem. Drama is light. We are diet drama at the moment. But no, like, her live stream numbers are less and less and less and less. Like, there was a comfortable, like, 20 to 15k period, and then it's gone down to 10, and now it's kind of dropping down to, like, 6. And it will keep dropping because there's not enough happening in her live streams. Like, she's not on the edge of being mad. She's not fighting with people in her chat. She's not calling... She's not dueling live streams with old mate and Dee Dee from her bed. Like, oh boy, remember those times? Those things aren't happening, which is great in her life, but not great for the numbers. So I don't know what she thinks is so magnetic about her. There is a magnetism, much like Ambi. But I don't know why she's trying to convince herself that live streams are a smart way to go, because her live engagement's terrible. She'd be better off having these conversations or filming Q&As or filming mukbangs, because at least those are still getting like 8 to 10,000 views. Like, we'll go back and watch once or twice, and a few people will do that, and a few people will probably find her content. But like the live streams, fuck no one's interested in that unless you've been, like, you know, you're a long hauler, I guess.
Those of you who like to talk to me, it's more of a personal thing. It's more like a hangout with friends. It's not just like, I'm not a live streamer who ignores my audience.
I am the shot NATO.
And just like talks about topics. That's not my
Very
kind of content.
Yeah.
So it's not boring, I guess, if you're there at the time and you're talking in the chat and everything.
No, it's
but
still
I guess
boring.
If you're watching the replay, it might be a bit...
Why would you hang out in her chat? Why would you hang out with those 4 idiots?
Yeah.
Don't do that. I don't tell you what to do, and I'm not here to tell you what to do. You make your own good choices in life, but why would you hang out with the 4 idiots in Foodie's chat? No. The reason why no one wants to there's many reasons why people don't want to hang out in Foodie's chat. The biggest one of them is that people got sick and tired of her fucking shit and decided to go and watch the content somewhere else. And have conversations that are a little bit, I don't know, better than what they have in there.
But hey, it is what it is. Anyway, I think I've rambled enough. I could have had like 5 meals in this time of talking. But no, I'm really trying to...
Yeah, DG, it's pretty bad. It's pretty rough, the numbers. Does she do open chats now? Andy, she's been doing open chats for a long while now. Pretty much all of her live streams in the last, I'd say 6 months, probably have all been open.
You know, I still struggle, as you know, with my eating disorder and food addiction, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, she talks about that in the live stream, and there's a fair bit for me to talk about in there.
So I did see an update on policy from YouTube about like people think that like they're going to be getting rid of mukbangs, demonetizing mukbangs. I don't think that's the goal. I think it's just to demonetize binge eating, which, as I've said and I'll say a million times, I don't binge on camera.
Here's the trick, because it is, and I'll get into this conversation, which is a big conversation to have in the live stream. Here's the trick. I believe the majority of mukbangers have not sat on their platform and spoken about their relationship with food, their BED, their eating disorder, or disordered eating, like their hard relationship with food. I believe that the large majority of people who mukbang are doing things that are not within that ballpark, right? The difference, and I think the reason why I particularly watch Ambi and Chantel is because there's some commonality in those discussions, and they were very helpful in me processing the way that I deal with some stuff, which was great. I mean, professionals are even better, but you make do, I guess, when you've only got yourself. The thing is, we watch two people who practice mukbang and talk about either their BED or their relationship with food. And that's the key. That's the key, because we can, and I get the argument, I'll get into this, but I get the argument that everybody needs to eat. Not everybody needs to eat on camera. That's it. That's it. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
A binge is very different than sitting here eating a meal with you guys. And hey, if they do away with mukbangs, I'll do cooking and I'll do vlogs, whatever. I'll do them anyway, but I like just sitting and enjoying my meal and talking about subjects. I like doing that. That's the main reason I like mukbangs. It's not to appease to any feeders. It's not to appease to anyone but myself and people who like my videos. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.
Tell that to the sauce drips. Anyway, we're done with that one. We're now going to boop into the live stream, which is, once again, wonderfully cut down by the lovely Lottie in the chat. Everyone say thank you, Lottie, because we've cut out the whole discussion about Foodie talking about grandma, which is good, because I would prefer not to. Before or after? Probably after. I'd say this is after the mukbang. Ooh, let's speed it up. Let's speed it up a lot, because I am impatient. Hey, Haz, good to see you.
All right, bismillah.
Are we eating again? Shocked. Correct, Lottie. Yeah, so in that guideline conversation, it is a lot of, like, yes, it can be educational, and yes, it can come from like professional perspectives, and yes, like you're still fine to like tell your story and do all of that. However, again, no one's saying that you can't have that content on YouTube. YouTube's just saying we won't run ads on it, which is their decision, you know? Like, there's quite a bit of content actually on YouTube that you can't run ads on, or that they'll say, no, this is inappropriate to run ads on. If she wants to sit there and talk her stories and eat her food and tell us about her BED and talk to us about her relationship with food while eating food, go ahead. But YouTube will probably say, no ads for you, ma'am. Oh, Lilith, which one did you get?
Hey! Hi, Rita! How you doing? Long time no see!
Yeah, she's
Mama,
g'day, but she's a bit mad at
Hi,
this
Kina
one.
Bear. Chef leftovers. Every time you come in here, like, girl. What's up, guys?
I have no idea, Haz. I don't know. I don't know how many layers. We'll find out, obviously. I don't know how far, because like I talk about my relationship with food as well, but in a little bit of a different way, I suppose. Like, it's very for me, I talk about it anecdotally. That's how I like to see it. Like, I'm not necessarily sitting down and talking about specifics. It's very much in reference to, but I just don't know. I don't even know how they're gonna run that, like, that policy.
I have no room anywhere on my hi Freya. Cassie, just finished my 6 a.m. workout class. Good morning over here. Good morning. Yeah, it's like 9:30 here. So it's like morning where you guys are. It's so weird.
Okay, so she had dinner and now she's doing the live stream. Is, I think, the time.
Squishy Granny, Shakespeare. Well, how art thou?
What's
Celeste, welcome back. Chiki, welcome salam. Hi, babe. Kina, Tangerine, Megasaurus.
Yeah.
Hi, Blacks.
Well said, Lottie.
Have I been gone that long? I don't remember when my last live stream was. Hi, Ori. Now my fan.
Oh, look, her eyes aren't silver in this one.
I have an upgraded portable fan. Check this out.
Wow, we've bought 2 portable fans.
Tells you when it's gonna end, so you don't freak out. You can charge it. But the fan in my eye makeup is actually making my eyes water. So. View. What a view. Okay.
This is a different face shape to what we were watching before.
So then,
that's fun.
no, just be put on Kuwait. No, I'm not in Kuwait. No. If I was in Kuwait, you would see my blue couch. We have a new toy for Julia. I have to show you this. A fishy fish. She's gonna love this fishy fish. Okay. Salah got a fruit haul. Like, even him, he came home and he was drenched in sweat. That's how humid it is out. Normal sized man, drenched in sweat, feels like passing out in the humidity. What chance do I have? What chance? I feel like a prisoner. Thriller kid, hi, creepy.
I don't like it to joke about the bedbound stuff, but we're now housebound.
No, I'm not in Canada. Hi, Fernanda. You have one of those fans too? It's a necessity, Meg. So I have some fruit because honestly, one thing I miss is affordable
Annie,
variety of food. Okay. Hi, Helen. I hate being hot too. Guardian angel. I like DC. Okay. All right. Now listen to this. If you want to get like things to buy a sandwich, I'm craving. This is what I'm craving.
Did she just eat?
Fresh sourdough bread with hummus, Havarti cheese, black olives, lettuce, and tomato. All right. Oh my gosh. If you want to buy just those items to make a sandwich, you're probably looking at $70. Like, it's like, especially cheese here is so expensive. Hi, Ava. Hi, everybody. I missed Kim.
Weren't we just talking about Thailand cheese the other day?
Rashu.
Housebound abroad. Very that, Toby.
Oh, hi, Paul.
It is. That's what it's reading.
Hello. So yeah, now all of those things I could get at Farm Boy for like $30 or less.
Oh, wait. Canada's suddenly looking so much cheaper, y'all.
So I mean, you know, in Kuwait...
But you'd have to pay taxes, which you refuse to.
Too, at the Jamia, you can get all kinds of cheese for cheap. So I miss the food. Like here, fruits, fresh fruit, cheap, very cheap. Like, you'll see what we got. Not everyone feels like walking to get their street food every night, you know? Like...
She thinks people live in Thailand eating street food every night.
Our place is kind of out of the way. There's vendors, but they're not halal. It's all full of meat that's not halal.
Get the vegetarian option. You'll be okay.
And
Intent. Remember intent? Remember intent? Intent.
some of the ingredients I don't know, and if I don't know, I'm not going to eat it, just in case it's not halal.
Oh, sure. Whatever. Lottie, thank you for the super chat. Lottie says, this is just a message of appreciation for everyone in the chat who simultaneously went to double fisting fans. Chat, you're wonderful. Thank you so much, Lottie. I appreciate it. Take your flowers, chat. Same brain. That's funny.
Farm Boy, I know. I should open a Farm Boy. Wait. Come on down, Farm Boy. So, I mean, I just want a cheese and hummus sandwich, man. So, anyway, falafel here. You want a falafel sandwich?
That's a very specific fucking thing.
You're going to pay...
Oh my god, the falafels.
$8 for one sandwich. When you can get one falafel sandwich in Kuwait is 100 fils. So it's like...
How do you still not understand falafels in Kuwait?
What, 50?
How? No, don't tell her. She'll figure it out eventually. Andraste, thank you for being here for 28 months. Andraste says, hates heat, moves to Kuwait, visits Thailand. Hates heat, moves away from Canada. Yeah, that's smart. Thanks for being here, Andraste.
50 cents? But I did a video I explained. Like, I'm not complaining about being here. It's just that's one of the things I miss.
It sounds like you're complaining about being here.
We're not going to change our flight to go home earlier because it costs money.
Fuck, not everyone can just walk out and get street food. Ma'am.
So I explained that. But that's why I'm complaining, because, like, you know, certain things, like street food, some of it's cheap, like pad thai and stuff. Sometimes you don't want to eat that. Sometimes you just want a sandwich. So that's my sandwich rant.
So go to the grocery store and buy groceries.
I'm not back in Kuwait right now, Kim, no. Everything is expensive these days.
The price of Havarti is just too high. Okay, great. Get a cheaper cheese or don't eat cheese. Cream cheese. Like, you can still make a sandwich with hummus, olives, lettuce, and tomato.
I'm just surprised. I expected a lot of things to be cheaper, but...
Smacks of relish. You're not wrong.
So I have a bag of fruit. This is just one bag of fruit. I'm going to eat some fruit, guys. I'm sorry, but I thought I would do a little fruit mukbang with you guys. This is cantaloupe. I like how they give you little sticks and cut it up for you, though. Yeah.
Just take all the effort out for foodie. Because I'm imagining this type of food is probably meant to be eaten on the go. You know, little bag, little skewer. Instead of just buying some fruit and cutting it up wherever you're staying.
Thank you, Carpet. Did I miss anybody? I know Ori. Hi, Vanessa. Lisa, you live in the hot and humid all year round. You can't have a nice sandwich?
Gigi, thank you for being here for 13 months. Gigi says, hey, Poppy. Fat Bear Week starts October 4th. Are we ready? I hope we're ready. Yes. I'm ready. I will probably have to be yelled at on October 4th to remember, but we will listen to Foodie while watching Fat Bears.
I can order stuff. I can, but it's expensive. I refuse to spend that much. Creepy. Thanks, Helen. It's an abaya.
I knew there were eating sounds in this one. I knew it. Just knew it.
What is this? Is this a honeydew? Look at the color. So I'm craving, literally, I'm just gonna like pig out for lack of a better term. Hi, Tracy.
I'm craving fruit.
Thanks, Cheeky.
How's your blood sugar?
I'm just gonna eat fruits and vegetables. We have dragon fruit, bananas, whatever these things are.
Great.
Lettuce, leafy lettuce, tomato, pineapple. I'm tired of just 7-Eleven noodles and wieners. I need some vitamins in my life. What is this? It's so creamy. Oh, wow.
It looks like avocado. I don't think that's honeydew.
What is this?
Is it avocado? It looks like avocado.
$1,000 a month at Walmart.
Avocado?
Miss A. Vanessa. Who else said hey? Maya? It's crazy. No, it's not.
That was a very good pause. That was fun. That was a good one.
Honeydew. It tastes like a cross between honeydew and avocado. It tastes like an avocado.
It's probably avocado, you fucking idiots.
Does anyone know what this is?
It legitimately looks like avocado.
Yum. Dawn.
And
yeah,
it might be one of those, the long boys.
It's not honeydew. Celeste. That's true. It's a trade-off. Here, fruit and veg, like local fruit and veg. If you buy cherries, oh no, you're paying an arm and a leg.
That's so stupid. She's so stupid.
But fruit like this, high fruit, yeah, it's cheap. Like a kilo is like $50. That's like, what, a fraction of a dollar? Like, hi Tracy! Too dehydrated, I think so. Hi Mike, hi B.
No, they didn't ask what they bought. No, I imagine Snoopy just went out and collected food for Chantal, because that's part of his duties.
Yes, how are you guys enjoying your Friday? It's like an avocado.
Has a stupid circle thing in it.
Avocado melon. I don't know what it is.
I think it's just avocado. Why do you do that?
Okay, now we also have some. Look at this watermelon.
Are you sure?
Anyway, I love you, babe. Thank you for venturing out into this horrible.
Of course you do.
I feel like crying because, you know.
You feel like crying?
Like, if you want something healthy, if you want fruit, I'll go get it for you. And he's messaging me. He's like, I feel dizzy. So he's like, just to get us fruits and veggies. Hi, Bella. Long time no see. I hope you're well.
It doesn't matter what she's eating. It's insufferable.
How are you? It does taste a bit different, Cheeky. Yeah, that's a trade-off. I know, remember that one time that, like, cauliflower was $7.99? Better make me live forever at that price. Alright, let's try some other things. You know what I want? A huge banana. Yes. Babe, are you enjoying your stuff?
Why do they never hang out in the same room?
Watermelon and salt?
It's so weird.
It's not a huge banana. It'll do. No, I'm kidding.
It's
Actually,
giving
most of the bananas
housemate.
are really small that we've seen. Awkward 20-something. You're listening to me at work? Nice. I love when you guys avoid your responsibilities for me. Yeah, I used to spend, at my work.
If you ask me what's your favorite food in Thailand, I would say 100% the fruits.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A key.
Yeah, so tasty.
They are. And you love fruit.
Bye.
I would work, I would go in my office. I'm a bad employee. Anyway, I would go in my office and, like, go on, like, YouTube for, like, half the day. Because I could get all my work done in, like, an hour or two. So I was overpaid. No, we haven't, Richby. We're just vacationing for a while, you know? You know what? Traveling is expensive, so if you're going to go... And the cheapest thing about Thailand, I'd say, is the accommodations. So it's worth it to stay a while, you know? Get out.
They've been there a month. She seems bored. Addie, thank you for being here for 8 months. Addie says, what do you know about a huge banana?
With the 50-degree weather.
Thank you.
Vendors around mosques. You know what, Freya? We need to venture out and do that one of these days. Almost need a loan to eat healthy. I know, it's not even funny. Little pumpkin. Oh, welcome salam. Celery was almost 10. I don't remember that. What? I'm glad I don't remember that. Outrage amnesia. Chrissy, thank you. The fruits. Hi, Shannon Gerard. Yes, we're having a fun time. You know, we're together. I mean, if I was like, when I went to Canada, it was hard for me staying like that as long as I did. And I even ended up changing my flight because I wasn't with Salah, you know, so.
God, you need a life outside of your partner.
Yeah. Kim, we had to wash our clothes, yeah, a few times. But.
A few times? I hope you've been there a month. You have 5 outfits. I hope you've washed them more than a few.
It's...
Not... Oh, God, not... Stop thinking about underwear. Stop it.
People at the hotel do it.
Okay, she was telling us she was washing unmentionables in the sink. Remember? She'd bought some soap. She was washing the unmentionables in the sink.
And they bring you back your laundry? I've never had laundry like this in my life. It puts me to shame. I feel terrible. It's like crisp. It doesn't really smell like much, but it's crisp. It's folded. It's on hangers. It's in this plastic shroud comes over it. Are you
A shroud.
kidding? Not me sweating, not washing my clothes for a month and a half. Yeah, no. Banana tastes like banana here. Welcome everyone and everyone I missed. I wish we had Nutella. Too expensive.
Hey Silverado, good to see you. I'm well, thank you.
What are these? Okay, you said these are good, babe. Hello, welcome to Little Pumpkin. Dawn, hi Dawn. It's a mini potato.
Oh, really, Has? I have no idea. They haven't spoken about that.
Mike, yeah. Well, I guess if you're paying them to do your laundry, they have to be professional. Okay. It smells like garlic. Why does everything smell like garlic? I don't know what this is called.
It looks like a lychee, but different.
Salah asked the vendor.
Did he? Because you thought it was honeydew.
But we didn't understand what they said. So, curious. The fast food place...
Do you know what's always really interesting about the fruit? Like, the laxative effect that the large quantities of fruit can sometimes elicit, especially in a gut biome that very rarely sees it. That's fun to think about.
This is here? Yeah, they have different items. Everything has rice as a side dish. Like sticky rice. Ready to go back to Kuwait? Yeah.
You were frothing over sticky rice yesterday.
Pretty much. Actually, not really curious because we still have a lot to do.
Gosh, she complains. As a complainer, she complains.
So I'm glad we booked a long trip because, you know what? In the back, hi, Ageless Beauty. In the back of my mind, I'm good. How are you? I was thinking, knowing me, I'm gonna need a couple days in between every attraction, like to recoup. So when we first got here, it was like bang, 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 you know. And now I've hit a wall, so I'm glad I had that like extra week or two to just like, you know, decompress a bit and hide away with my anxiety. Wouldn't be bad if it all smelled like garlic. I love garlic, Celeste. True.
How boring.
I don't know about in my fruit though. Hi, McCorny. You can write down all the names. That's a good idea.
And no one's watching Snoopy's walking adventures.
Your cat's a beezer, Guardian. Hi, Missy. The mint sauce waterfall. Oh yeah, I haven't checked that out yet. Mint sauce waterfall.
Who said easy and easy out? Teddy!
I just dredge everything in that. Garlic is a natural antiseptic. Julia is doing very well. So is Howie. So as soon as we see them again, we will put them on camera and let you guys say hey. Vacate to Malaysia. I know it's like predominantly Muslim there. This little blob. Whoa. Okay, this is like, okay, it's a mash of fruit. Oh my god, it's good. You see the stem? The middle is like a pear. It tastes like a lychee.
Juniper, hello, thank you for being here for 28 months. Juniper says, woohoo, 28 months. Here's to many more. Thanks for hanging out. Juniper, lovely to see you. Happy Saturday. You tell her has.
There's no seeds. They're so good.
It would be nice to know what this fruit is.
There's the rumors you're having issues getting your visa to return.
Fruit like lychee
No, I can't
slash
address
pear?
that because it's imaginary. But, okay, I have a question about that, curious. Why do people care? You know, I see people, like, I'm sure. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it
A
happens.
longan? Flesh of the longan is translucent. The seeds are huge black round seeds with white patches. I don't think... Oh, no, it does kind of look like that. Hold on. Maybe? What's this one? Okay, I've got it. Okay, pomelo, jackfruit, you talk.
I don't even have to look.
Wax
People have
apples.
5 million hour life
Oh,
streams.
those rose apples are also called wax apples. Cool.
About
Lychee.
my visa status, like it's anyone's business.
Rambutan,
Why is it such a big point of contention?
Durian,
You know,
Asian
travelers
pear,
have to deal with immigration.
mangosteen.
You know, like, why is that
I
a big
think it is a longan, but it doesn't have seeds in it. Can you get seedless longan? It looks exactly the same on the outside. Longan.
deal? Why is that a conspiracy? I had someone send me an email like, we know you're just border hopping, you dumb C-U-N-T. I'm like, what the heck? Why are you so angry? Like, who cares? How does this affect your life? Okay, this is my new favorite fruit here. It looks like garlic. Tastes like a lychee. Hi, Lexi.
You said that looks like garlic. It does not.
It's just interesting. Oh, you mean like people are
Monty
interested
B,
in the
hello, thank you for being here for 10 months. I appreciate it. Monty says, 10 months of asking after Uncle Roger. Thank you for being here, mate.
These people, some of them
Thank
are
you for making strong use of Pierre. I appreciate it.
very vehement. If you're interested, I get that. That's different. But to those people, I just say I'm keeping that part of my life private, you know. And
Low quat? Oh.
that's all. No, nothing
It
personal.
doesn't have seeds.
Okay, let's try something else right now. Oh, we got 2 kilos of this. Yeah, babe. I mean, what the hell? Okay, this is a dragon fruit. This is probably the most interesting looking fruit I've ever seen. The color is beautiful, but I've had this
Oh my god, how many times?
before. Golden girl, hi. Hi, Mary Johnson. Good to see you too. Golden girl, good to see you. The Sam pick up Sam Lexi. Yeah, Sam, thank you.
Ooh, Langsat. Another gem native to Southeast Asia. Langsat comes in several varieties known as Lanzones, Duku rather, Count Duku, or Long Kong. It's grown in clusters like grapes on a tree in the mahogany family. Inside the skin awaits a translucent flesh divided into sections like an orange. Duca Langsat is sweeter, but the rest taste similar to grapefruit. Some parts of the plant are used to make traditional medicines. I think that's it. I think it's Langsat. Duca Langsat.
We have our employees here, business. Yeah, exactly.
Yep, that's it. It is Langsat. Look, we figured it out. Good job, team.
Exactly, babe. What was I gonna say? Sam, yeah, I get updates here and there.
Because Langsat looks like it doesn't have a central seed.
My nose is running. And, it's definitely relieving, you know? Dragon fruit, really? No, I think you're right, Celeste. I think people expect me, like,
Definitely not a strawberry.
I don't know, because I'm overweight or what I went through a couple years ago that I'm forever gonna be miserable. No, I don't know why people would wish that on anyone anyway. That's weird. What is this stuff? They gave us sugar. That salty sugar stuff. Oh my gosh. Babe, do you want some of this, babe?
Babe. Babe. Do you want some salty sugar, babe?
Yes. Dragon fruit, and this is pineapple. Oh my gosh. I'm so...
It's pronounced Pinoply.
Oh,
Hope you know.
yum. This is like, I don't know what this is.
Pineapple.
The pineapple is too good here. Is it native to this place? You ate your whole plate, mashallah.
I'm so upset.
People are jealous I'm on a visa run. I'm not on a visa run. Florida has dragon fruit all the time. Season.
The Thai pineapple fruit grows on a thick stalk from the center of a long-leafed, spiky plant. The plant itself is topped with a miniature version of the Pinoply plant. This tiny copycat can be returned to the soil to propagate the Pinoply plant. Great. Yeah.
Nick bath salt. Imagine.
Originally from South America, often found in Southeast Asia. We even have a big pineapple here in Australia. You go up the sunny coast, or maybe it got decommissioned, I can't remember. There was a big Pinoply. You go up inside of it, it's just big pineapple farms. It's a really fun word to say.
You have a beautiful face, mashallah. Even if you're overweight, you'll get a nice husband. Thank you. You know, I want to say, there's more to a person than just their weight, you know? They give us 3 bags of the sugar stuff.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, let's try one of these.
We do have a big banana as well, Marissa, yeah.
I'm trying every single...
We've got a big pineapple, a big banana. We've got a big prawn.
Oh, couples vlog. I'm like, yes.
There's
Coming
another
soon.
a big cow.
Coming soon.
Big... There's other stuff. We've got lots of big stuff.
I call the pineapple a coconut? When?
It's not a girthy pineapple. It's a big pineapple.
Okay.
Yeah, where's the big
I have some
banana?
things to complain about.
Is it like Coffs
I'm from
Harbour or
TikTok.
something? Big banana.
Why is
It is
NPC
Coffs Harbour.
trend?
Hell yeah.
Why?
Yep, you can go to the big banana at Coffs Harbour.
I hate school. Get off my For You page. I don't even watch them.
Oh, there's also one in Mackay, but that one looks less impressive.
Hi, Gabrielle. I'm just
And
basically
it's permanently closed.
keeping my
Rip.
my immigration status, personal.
Sorry, what was that?
Basically keeping my immigration status, personal.
Why do you need to keep your immigration status personal? I thought you were married. I thought you were a resident. I thought you had your civil ID. Why would you say that? Ma'am? Ma'am, why would you say that, though? Super sussy. That's suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. That's a suspicious face. She told us she was a Kuwaiti resident. She said she had a civil ID. She said, no, I can get healthcare. No, everything's fine. I've got a phone number and whatever. That's suspicious.
I'm scrolling and every other post on my For You page is somebody doing something that makes me want to scream. Like, everyone's like, thanks for the rose. Ooh.
God, her TikTok is months old, hey.
Ice cream. I hate it. I even seen like people who were 80 doing it. Stop. Sorry. I spent hours on TikTok. I know. Me too.
Would you prefer watching 30 minutes of an NPC on TikTok or 30 minutes of Chantal doing this?
Pineapple's good for the skin.
Personally, I know which one I would choose. Which one I would prefer is a different story.
Ooh, good, because I need it. The snail slime is not doing a great job. Do more and no, I refuse.
Yeah, darty eyes and porky pies. That's what's happening today, Has.
People are killing it on the TikTok. Is she doing NPC? I don't even really know what you're supposed to do. Like, what are you supposed to do? Just like sit here like an NPC character? Like, I don't know. People put a lot of work and effort into it, but it's just like a weird trend. I don't know. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. I'm just joking.
You can go. It's fine.
Helen.
Just to the moon.
Yeah, rush you, I know. Can I say one thing? You can say what your immigration status is. It's still not anyone's business what it is. Yeah, I don't really know like what the big deal is, you know.
The big deal is that the immigration status that you say you have doesn't make sense with the timeline of events or the loophole marriages. That's what.
All I get are NPC and people making cups. Snail slime from Asian places. Yeah, this is Asia. NPC stream. Okay, so you send emojis and I react to them? Mars bees. I'm humorous. So many people be doing it on TikTok, making a lot from it. I know, that's why they do it, obviously. I mean, it's harmless fun. It's a harmless way to make money, I guess. But I did see someone who was like an elderly couple doing it. It was the funniest thing. There's a lot of cringe, I know. Sophie! Fall colors. Don't remind me. I want to definitely make next fall. For sure, I cannot miss it. I miss it so bad.
What was it, the thing she called it? Full Rhapsody or whatever? Is that what she called it?
Mother D, yeah.
Have fun.
Ice cream?
What a memory.
Best to keep it private because no matter what you say, people are going to make an issue. Exactly. I mean, the type of like presence I have on social media, I realize, I don't have that luxury of just being so open anymore. Like, just for my own safety and for just privacy is just nice. Like we like having privacy. Like when I turn the camera off.
Her clarifying the process of her immigration does not put anything in danger unless there's something shady going on. I don't understand that. Like, she's said it, she's tried to lay it out before, but it has read as a lie because none of that has made sense. Chantal went to Kuwait on a tourist visa. Chantal can't get married in Kuwait on a tourist visa. Chantal's tourist visa lasted 3 months with a 1 month possible extension. She didn't extend it the first time. She went back to Canada for a month, reapplied for unknown visa, returned, and then has disappeared every 3 months for a whatever amount of time. Chantal's argument is that they were loophole married because they knew a way through the system, or they knew people who knew how to do things. And then when she returned the second time, allegedly they sued the court to ratify, or whatever the word is, acknowledge their marriage. So she would be a resident with a civil ID through marriage. But that didn't make sense. It is very much a Scooby-Doo mystery. We have a whole things going on in our life, like, things we don't talk about on here. And I, like I said in my video, I like that because, like, I used to feel like I would wake up, go live, my whole life was YouTube, But now when I turn the camera off, I feel like I have, like, oh, Crackula, shout one out for the blue pot. Yeah.
Personal life, you know what I mean? Maybe I should just give the snail stuff more time. You were bummed, Stephanie? Yeah. You want a hot coffee? I should make a coffee. Oh, that Asian spotted, I see. Yeah, they twist it. Well, that's the thing, and, like, it'll be made a big deal out of it. It doesn't seem like a big deal, and it's no one's business, but people will make it into what it's not. I feel bad that you don't feel safe. Oh, yeah, I'm just being careful, creepy, you know what I mean? And it's not just that. Again, I just don't understand how if your immigration or resident status were as clean cut as she's trying to say it is, why is it a thing that you can't acknowledge? I don't want to share certain things with the public. With you guys, yeah, you're awesome. I would have. And if you still are on a tourist visa jumping back and forth from Kuwait, why lie about it in the first place? But with the general public or a lot of, you know, people who react to me, I don't want to share that stuff with them. Can you come help rake leaves for sure, Buck? Yeah,
Oh, also chat, while you're hanging out, if you'd like to hit the like button, feel free.
I could do about a minute. People are making a lot of
I
money.
need to
on
get
the
another
TikTok.
beverage.
I know.
Pardon me.
I got 4 3-wick bath and
Real
body
close
works,
up in
candles
there.
for only 40.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a good deal, Bella. They must have their $10 sale. Hey,
Okay.
this is a boy I was washed. Yeah, there's no mint sauce on it. Yeah. I mean, I wash my clothes every so often. Like, maybe not as often as at home because we don't have a washer dryer, but I still get them done here at the hotel. That's your prerogative, and people don't get that. Yeah. Marilyn, hi. So much better that you have a life outside of YouTube. It's great you're live, but honestly, what matters? Yeah, Celeste, you know, and you know, I've heard people say, like, kind of criticize my live streams, like, why even go live if you have nothing to talk about? Like, when did I ever have anything to talk about?
That's me. That's me.
Lakmas, that's an interesting subject to you. I mean, for me, my whole purpose of coming live
Do you know what?
is to interact with you guys. That's
Watching you eat 50 lokmas coated in Nutella, as disgusting and disturbing it as it is, I would take that any day over the cyclical topics of conversation that you have dragged us into during the Kuwait arc. Hello, I'm back.
like give back to
Hi, back, I'm Zach.
you guys. Like, I like to come and interact, and you give back to me too. Like, you come to my live stream, we socialize, we talk. So that's why it's kind of more like a Q&A thing, because I'm answering you guys, I'm talking directly to you guys. I'm not a live streamer who ignores
You are not interesting enough to host a Q&A on the daily. Ma'am.
my streamers, you know, like,
Nobody is. Literally nobody is.
my
It's just some parasocial relationship you built up with 4 idiots in your live streams.
chat. I'm very involved in the chat. I look at almost every comment. So
The chat is her content, and we've been saying that for a really long time. She's got nothing to offer outside of responding to chat. She gets upset at reaction channels. At least reaction channels are watching something and giving an opinion. She's just having a conversation with a dwindling audience base.
Yes, and I respond to you. I don't know too many live streamers that do that. There are some.
I mean, if you have questions for me, you just at me. Just add at Pulpy Syntax, and I'll see it pop up in the chat. It's fine.
But, you know, that's what I like to do. You know, I'm not a live streamer
I'm not hosting a Q&A though.
who, like, ignores my chat.
If you want me to, let me know. I mean, I understand Q&As are highly requested, but
just, like, talks about subjects, I don't know, like, nothing pre-made. But I was thinking of that, like, maybe I have seen that as criticism too. I think that would be a really good idea. Maybe doing, like, putting a lot of effort into, like, a once a week, like, long live stream type of podcast in our, like, gaming room. Maybe I could look for guests to come on. Maybe I could do something like that, you know?
Snoopy can be your guest.
Yeah, that's
Yes!
true. That's true, Marilyn.
Sorry.
Presence. Just because you have a social media presence doesn't mean you owe us anything. Same with celebrities. It's true. Hi, Sam B.
Such a celebrity. That would be great if you want to run like an hour-long podcast once a week and invite guests on. Which guests would we want Foodie to talk to? How's Gobby? Gobby's okay, Marissa. I gave Gobby some maintenance earlier in the week, but I accidentally turned off the scheduling and didn't turn it back on. So I feel bad because Gobby's probably sitting down there hungry. He's charged, but he's hungry. Thank you for asking.
Too.
Does Australia have a big peanut? I'll find out for you, Mama Bear. Not that I'm aware of,
What are
but
these, babe? Oh, these are
Australia.
the corn
We do have
balls.
peanut farms.
I don't really...
Big
Can you try one?
peanut.
Are these like those pop pops from Kuwait?
The big peanut, an unusual wonder. The big peanut resembles a human shape. Its head is a huge peanut adorning a magician's hat with a smile on its face, the torso of a giant peanut. The big peanut. It is a tourist attraction in Kingaroy, Queensland. You're all welcome. It's actually a sculpture. Yeah, it's a sculpture. Kingaroy, Queensland. Wow, okay, it's in my home state. Didn't know we do have a big peanut.
I don't know. I honestly was craving just like a corn, even raw. Can you eat raw corn?
You'd like to see Dee Dee on Chantel's podcast? I would love every past side character to feature on Foodie's podcast. You're right. That actually would be a good time.
At least acknowledge all of your viewers. Reaction channels only acknowledge their paying viewers.
I actually wouldn't mind a conversation between Chantel and Ambi just to see how that would go too.
Yeah, that's a lot of them do. Yeah,
That would be fun.
that's true. I don't care if I get super chats. I mean, I appreciate them, but I'm not gonna like. That's not why I go live to get super chats. You know?
Lottie.
Like, that's the reason I don't do most things for money. I know people think that I do mukbangs. I know that mukbangs, honestly, they're not really a big thing anymore. They still are. For me, I love eating and talking. 2 of my favorite things
Hey,
to do.
Martin, good to see
And
you.
whether that means it could just be a small amount of food, like healthy food, whatever. I don't care. I just want to eat and talk, you know. So I don't like to.
That's her goal in life. That is the number one goal. Eat and talk.
If I have to do things just for money motivation, I'm not gonna have a good time. I'm gonna lose interest and I'm gonna move on. That's how I am. Like
No, the interest or morbid curiosity in mukbangs, specifically for Foodie, is the perfect storm.
lose interest very quickly in projects and in things. And for something to really hold my interest, there has to be more than just money. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So that's why I don't want to do the NPC thing, because it would just be for money.
What is this? Oh, these are corn tubes.
Or maybe to see how funny it would be. Raw corn like a beaver. Yeah. Raw corn.
Oh, DG, that'd be a list.
Buttered popcorn. It becomes work and not a hobby. Yeah. Well,
Well, she's argued that this is her job, so...
in some ways, social media is a job. It is if you're earning money from it and you use it to make a living. Now the thing is it can be tedious like any job. Editing when you don't want to. Whatever.
Yeah, life's hard, Chantal. D. Martin, oh my goodness, thank you so much for gifting 10 channel memberships. That's very kind of you, mate. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. Thank you. That's not at all required, but I appreciate it. Good to see you. Thanks, mate. Welcome back to Shelock, Leona, Infernal Hypernova, great name, Parker, Andy, Sahara, Espresso, Broccoli Monster, good to see you, Broccoli, I hope you're doing well, Solani, Texas, and I think that's everyone. Hello, everybody. Please make sure you thank the lovely and very generous D. Martin. Thanks, D. Appreciate you.
You know, going out and doing content when you don't want to.
And new members, please make good use of the new emojis.
That sucks.
I feel like the pinky might be useful shortly. Oh, and the kazoo.
Did I confront the lady for filming you? No. Okay, I didn't even see her filming me. I saw a conspiracy theory that like people were like, she had to take down the video because she got in trouble. She's gonna go to jail. So many people want to see me in jail. It's really weird. Anyway.
Didn't Chantal cut out footage of oil fields in Kuwait?
Kingpin bees.
Because of that?
Or what's it called? Prison boss bees.
Chantal the prison boss. Yeah, like Snoopy, huh? No, sorry, not Snoopy. Old mate, other one. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like Pop Pop Rashu. I was way behind. Crazy.
That's funny.
Join the club.
That's very funny.
So let's just out there beezing. Try Lumi. What is that, Boo Boo Cat? Okay, so the woman at the thing, I didn't see her do that. And if you even, it doesn't make sense because if you look in my edited video of the market, I kept the woman in staring at me, so I don't know.
Did she?
But
okay, I didn't rewatch it. I'd already watched the live. I didn't want to watch a 10-minute edit of it.
Okay, I think I have one more thing to try.
Great.
A couple things.
She'll need her boss necklace. That's funny.
Who even knows the lady was filming? Why do you think she was filming you? Marilyn. Oh, they have no proof of that? Allahumma barak? Oh, I never heard that word. What does that mean, babe? Rashu. Thank you, Rashu. I know, I like this one. I got it at Dream Mall where I got Howie. No, he's not out. He's on the balcony. Dude, he just chimed in not long ago. No, I'm not trying Balu. Okay.
Different necklaces. Why is she eating a tomato hole like this?
You think this will taste good?
Oh my god, fuck no. Sugar and salt. I mean, it'll probably taste fine, but what are you doing? Didn't you say you wanted a sandwich before? Just make a salad. You have lettuce, you have tomato, you have some fruit. Great. Sweet and savory salad. Delicious. Add some protein in there, maybe. That'd be a good idea. Misty, hello. Thank you for joining the channel as a member, mate. I appreciate it. Welcome to Popster. Hello, hello. Why are you putting sugar and salt on tomato? Just slice it up.
Let's find out. Mmm.
I would like a check-in with the blood sugar. That's what I would.
Lumi? Oh, that's cool. How are you doing, Bucky? October, Mike? Actually, maybe, no, I don't have plans to, but I'd like to. Yeah, you're right, Celeste. Some countries are a bit weirded out by filming. But Thailand, like Bangkok especially, is like the most visited tourist place. There's people filming everywhere. Tomato and salt sugar. When I say I was craving fruit and vegetable, I wasn't joking. Like, literally.
Yeah, I think your body's screaming out. She's been on a diet of cheese toasty and cheesy wieners and chalky milk for the last, like, 2 weeks.
Sugar on a raw tomato. It's good. It's like sugar salt. Tracy. Mm. Why am I eating tomatoes? I like tomatoes.
How are you going to eat this one?
I have...
Please just pull the entire head of lettuce out and just try to bite into it, because that would be fucking hilarious.
Nothing to make a sandwich, so I might as well just eat this.
You know what you can do? You can actually use lettuce leaves to make a sandwich. Lettuce and a little bit of tomato. I don't know. She hasn't got anything else. Throw some hummus on there, I guess. Maybe some olives. Make a little, like, lettuce wrap. Delicious.
Lettuce.
Low-carb sandwich, as they would call it.
Like a rabbit.
Oh, this is performative, mama. This is a bit. We're at the circus.
Yummy.
Why would you not just cut these things up and make a salad? No, Marissa, none of this is washed. This all has her pecans on it, though, so, you know, it's fine.
I have a mukbang to upload, but the meal wasn't, like, it was filling, but not, like, too filling, so.
Oh, she's got avocado. We can put that on the sandwich.
Oh, Fox! I hope she has a good day, and I hope you have a good Friday.
Does she think this is going to offset all of the 7-Eleven? Probably. Chantel's logic's fucking weird.
Yeah, Mother D and Tracy, like, a lot of people eat them just like that. Oh, Bella. I'll try wrapping this avocado cantaloupe thing.
I don't understand how she's so confused about avocado.
They have a lot of fruit veggie vendors. That's one thing I gotta say. This one guy I went to for the fruits and veg, he was with me on video. The guy had 2 cats. I wish I was there to pet them. Okay, we're gonna try this. Scientists, researchers, and philosophers have been confused about whether tomatoes... Babe, exactly. Is it a fruit or a vegetable? It tastes like a vegetable.
Tomatoes? Oh, God. Oh, my God. This is so disturbing.
Freely the banana girl. It's leaf lettuce with some kind of weird avocado.
Healthy queen, everyone. Healthy queen. Oh, goodness.
Oh, sugar salt. Okay.
Avocado lope. I like that.
Freya, yeah, for sure. We're going for a tour. No. Really?
That was a lot.
You're
that was
going to
egregious.
Kingston Pen, Creepy Comfort? I cannot wait to watch your video. And your podcast. Are you going to do a travel video? Who else? Who was all housed there? I know Paul Bernardo was.
Wipe nose with tissue, wipe eye with tissue. Seems like the wrong way around.
But that's all I know. We have to put all this stuff away. I better do that now. I don't want the fruit to go bad.
This is how we get fruit flies.
What did I eat today? What I had for my mukbang. You will see. At least we're eating healthy. Yeah, I love food. I love all kind of food. You know. Like underneath my.
Is this? I'm sorry. Is this a response to the change in terms of service? Look at me, guys. I'm eating a salad. You can't cancel me because I'm eating a salad and talking about my ED. You can't do that. You're not allowed. Who said? You're not the boss of me, Mr. YouTube.
I love food. I love all kind of food.
This is definitely a response to that.
You know. Like underneath my eating disorder and addiction to bad food, I love healthy food as well. You know, like I love food.
This is some kind of fucking justification in her brain that I'm allowed to eat food on camera and monetize it and talk about my eating disorder and my disordered eating. I'm allowed because I'm eating a salad right now. How dare you?
May Allah bless you. Oh, okay. Instead of mashallah. Okay, thank you, Rashu. Spend less time on TikTok, Eliza? I agree, I need to. Yep, we're gonna do a tour vid. Oh, Kingston Pen has had the worst there. Oh my gosh, no way. Really? I can't wait. When is that vid gonna be out? I like creepy, like, true crime. And especially stuff that was, like, close to home, you know? Everyone's subbed to Creepy Crime and Comfort, or Creepy Comfort and Crime to watch that video. Because you don't want to miss it. I
don't know who this person is, but anyone who Chantal shouts out in that way, I'm always a little bit...
my notifs on.
No, thank you about.
So I'm, like, looking forward to it. Can't wait, Chantal's TikTok. And I've always, you know what? I've always wanted to travel to Kingston Pen, actually, so I wish I could have collabed with you guys. I have a TikTok. You guys don't know that? That's why I have no viewers. I don't even know what it is. Babe, do you know what my TikTok is called?
What is her TikTok called? It's just Foodie Beauty with like 2 Y's or something?
Yeah, what I eat in a day as a fat girl. I should do more videos of that. But people just say, oh, when the camera's off, she eats. Some of them, what I eat in a day are BS. You gotta, I mean, you have to, okay, look at it this way. And this is not being rude because I'm a heavy woman. If you're like overweight, like, you know, obese, and you're gonna do what I eat in a day, that's a general statement of like on average, you know?
Is it?
And you're gonna say, hi.
A lot of what I eat in a day that I've seen are like specific snippets of like a person's day. Like, it's everything that they ate on a particular day.
Teardrop, hi!
This is where the BS and lies all come into it, Chantal, is when you, or Ambi does stuff. Ambi specifically is really bad at that. When she does what I eat in a day and she's like, oh, I just had a bowl of broccoli and this stir-fried chicken stuff that wifey put together and a little bit of rice and, I had an apple and, like, okay, sure.
Yes, like...
Sure, lie more, whatever.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying you overeat, like, not every person who is overweight overeats every single day, but I think it's painting a lie if you're trying to present that as an everyday what I eat in a day.
Yeah.
It's more of a what I ate in a day today.
If you're going to show that you're eating like a salad, porridge for breakfast with chia seeds or something like this, a huge tuna salad for lunch, and then like a quinoa stew for dinner, and that's it, no Pringles, nothing after, you're full of crap. You're not going to be
Chantal,
bad eating that.
well, I mean, there's the general conversation about whether or not you're on a health gurney or over-consuming on an everyday basis. But sure, yeah. If Chantal put that together, if Chantal told me she was eating porridge in the morning, a tuna salad for lunch, and then a quinoa salad or quinoa stew, as she called it, for dinner, I'd say shenanigans, because we all know she's got quinoa trauma. But also, like, duh, we've been here before. Rue Knapp, hello, thank you so much for joining the channel as a member, mate. I appreciate it. Welcome to Popstar. Hello.
You should change the title and say what I eat on a good day, you know, not in general. Because let's be real. Yeah, I have a TikTok.
Just like what I ate on a day, date. Done. Easy.
Anything pickled. That's another thing I can't get. I actually legit messaged my mom. She's like, hi, cutie, how are you? She checks in.
Warehouse, I agree.
And I had a meltdown over this with Salah. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just a little crabby because there's no cheese. Pickles are all easily accessible around here. I took that for granted. Getting in the Kia, driving the Farm Boy, and getting the Olive Bar. I took that for granted.
She knows she can, like, pickle her own stuff, right?
I took your olives for granted, and pickles were always on my side. Weird. Would you be offended if hi, Angel of Mercy? A thin woman doing parody view on YouTube if they showed all of their face. What? No, Merrick. Here's the thing.
The 13 best places for olives in Bangkok.
I don't mind parody. I don't mind funny. I don't mind somebody that puts into work. You know, if they're going to steal my content. What I mind is, like, some jerk...
Oh, yeah, go to a pizza place. They'll have plenty of olives for you.
Who's, like, heavy as well, doesn't even show their face or body, and literally fat shames me the whole video.
She's mad again. Hold on.
I don't mind somebody that puts into work, you know, if they're going to steal my content. What
It's not stealing.
I mind is, like, some jerk who's, like, heavy as well, doesn't even show their face or body, and...
Okay.
Literally fat shames me the whole video, and steals my content. That's what I have a problem with.
Oh, she's mad. Pinkies!
I'd be crabby if I can't have cheesy. Pickles are found.
This is why she's upset. You guys, she's never actually upset with anyone. It's just because she's having a lack of cheese and pickles.
Pickles are found in the markets. No way, Freya. Where? Foodie Beauty YouTube, your TikTok. Oh, thank you, babe. Foodie Beauty YouTube. Anyway, when I come home, I'm appreciating, like, imagine eating out for like a month and a half straight. I know I used to do that every day, but like, I don't know, I would still make things at home, and I miss that part. I want to cook. I want to make like chicken parm. I'm gonna have a whole month of cheese, like cheese recipes every day, a different cheese. Pickle.
Great, I can't wait.
Eggs, no old meat. I don't really love eggs. Salah walked past one on one of his walks. No way. He walked by some pickle markets? Well, suits me right for not going along. The drawing cartoon. Oh, I could do that again. Golden Girl. Can't wait for cooking vids. Yeah, I'm gonna cook. I love just eating pepperoni, cheese, and breads. Oh,
That's
yeah,
true, Lottie.
I love pepperoni. And in Kuwait, they have halal pepperoni. Everything is halal. I can just walk into any store and, like, totally just eat any meat because I know it's halal. Like, if somebody sold pork in Kuwait, they would be arrested and, like, kicked out.
God, we know. We're not idiots.
I don't know. Cheese and crackers is my favorite. With olives, I could live off that. You sound homesick.
I feel like 7-Eleven might have olives.
A little. I miss my pets. Miralax, mix it with water. Actually, at least I have the opposite. I have no gallbladder, so cheese has the opposite effect on me, so I'm good. You know, some cheeses...
I'm sorry, what? Could we... Hold on. I'm going to need some biological help here.
You sound homesick. A little. I miss my pets. Miralax, mix it with water. Actually, at least I have the opposite. I have no gallbladder, so cheese has the opposite effect on me, so I'm good.
Oh, it doesn't back her up. It just runs through her. Sorry, yes, that's what I was thinking.
You know, some cheeses don't, like cottage cheese. Actually, I've come to really... I'm craving cottage cheese and yogurt. I miss just reaching into the fridge and grabbing some cottage cheese or
So go to a shop and buy some.
something. But I can deal with it, whatever. I need to go a month and a half without cheese. I'll find some, don't worry. Dude, people have pet pigs, including no, Bella. They don't even have like pet dogs in their home.
At the night market, didn't she just get like cheese dogs or something? Cheese sticks, cheese something? An expat's guide to supermarkets in Bangkok. That seems handy. Thank you, Renegade Traveller.
So, no, the Hanzir, the pig, is a...
Bangkok's best supermarket, the gourmet market, and is better than most supermarkets in Western countries. As the name suggests, this is a market that sells gourmet food. If you're a foodie and you have money, then this is the place for you. Food you'll find here is exceptional quality, very fresh. Some of the produce they sell includes fresh fruits and vegetables, imported meats, gourmet cheeses. Bitch, a Google search. Come on now. Seafood, gourmet Thai food, world-class wines, high-quality imported food from around the world, and a great organic food selection. They have 4 branches in Thailand, all in Sukhumvit area of Bangkok. There's the Villa Market, Foodland Supermarket. Great. Tesco Lotus. Wait, there's Tesco in Bangkok? Ma'am. You can't get cheese and olives. Cheese and olives are too hard to find. There's no vendor on the street selling cheese and olives. Bitch, there's a Tesco. Fuck. Okay, well, Foodie's really branching out into the supermarkets of Thailand, I see, for her needs.
Animal to own. Cottage cheese and chicken sausage. Isn't that woman a Scientologist?
Hey, Lisa,
I
good
knew
to see
it.
you.
I knew there was something going on with somebody who mixes mustard and cottage cheese like that. Sorry. And eats hearts of palm. Scientologist. 100%. All right, I'm going to go in with the chicken sausage and yellow mustard with cottage cheese.
Oh, Snoopy walked past to Tesco? That's great.
Anyway, that snap is good, actually. When somebody bites into a sausage, it makes me hungry. Can you call my work and tell them I'm having a bees breakdown and kick them today? Yeah, I would totally do that for you. Imagine you call. Yes. Where do you work? Welcome to Walgreens. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Juno Baby, she's managed to purchase bath rugs or bath mats, a scratching post for her cat, and an eating table. She's managed to purchase all of those things and yet can't manage to find olives and cheese at a supermarket.
Walgreens. Yeah, I have a viewer. I'm a YouTuber. I'm very popular and famous, and I'm entitled to tell you that your employee will not be coming in today because he's beezing. Or she. Cottage cheese and mustard. Actually, it actually looks good because I love yellow mustard and I actually like cottage cheese. My mom made weird combo. She put gravy on... What? Gravy on chocolate cake? I thought I was the one who loved gravy the most. That is...
She is the one who loves gravy the most.
A really weird teardrop. I have to try it. Yeah. I love shaky cheese. Heart of palm is good. Really?
Oh, nice, Texas. Good to see you.
I can live without cheese, but not eggs. Really, huh? Eggs? I could totally live without eggs. Hell, I do most of the time.
Hi, Cuddle Cats. Thank you for the super chat. Good to see you today. Cuddle Cat says in his walk he had a huge Tesco in that video. Honestly.
Angela!
I mean, I get it. I'm a complainer, but she complains for the sake of complaining.
Hello, are my teeth a little whiter? I've been using a new toothpaste.
Right,
I'm going to
Lottie?
go to the infamous full moon party.
Well, she's saying, she's all upset that 7-Eleven won't let her film.
When is it,
Go to a bigger supermarket.
Zena? Eggs have a lot of protein. I know you love eggs, babe. I'll make you the best egg omelet when we get home, don't worry.
That's
With
true,
mortadella,
guys.
mushrooms, all your favorites. And Julia, I'll give her butchers and her new fishy fish. What kind of fish is
But then again, Chantal does strike me as the type of person who is just lazy, which is probably why... Period. The end of the statement. It's probably why she said it before, it's why she enjoys Kuwait more, because she doesn't actually need to think about the food that she's purchasing. She just knows that it's halal and doesn't need to put any effort into it. And I guess she probably thought Thailand would be a similar way. Foodie's not interested in really reading the back of a packet to see whether or not she can/should eat it. Yeah, you're right.
this? A sea bass? Sea bass said that. Do you think the lady from the market maybe recognized you from YouTube? I don't know. It'd be really weird. I wouldn't imagine that, she would be in my viewer demographic, but maybe. Maybe. I don't know. She was really nice. I mean, hey, if there was no drama, if they would have said, we're uncomfortable with you filming, ma'am, I would have said, okay, turn off the camera. I totally respect that. Whatever. Hi, Jaspreet. How are you? Bourgeoise. Happy Friday. Yeah, it's Juma Mubaraka, everybody. Gravy and chocolate cake. She put ketchup on canned peach. No.
Oh my god, Skip.
I want to try cheese and mustard. My arteries are fine. I saw a test on TikTok on how to check if your arteries are fine, and I did.
Ma'am. You were on medication for high cholesterol. I think at this, and that was a while ago. I think at this point in time your arteries are solidifying. And that's scary.
Oh, when it's a full moon? You have to go, Celeste? Okay. Well, thanks for beasing anyways.
Calcified, is that it? Is it calcified arteries? No, it's something else.
I won't be on too much longer anyways. Eating salmon every day for 1 week. I need to find better ways to cook it. Lemon pepper salmon. I know that's the problem. Okay, you need to try a Tuscan cream salmon, okay? It's like a creamy, or do you like Dijon mustard? I went to a wedding once and they served this salmon. It was the best salmon I ever had in my life. It was like grilled salmon on a bed of jasmine rice with some kind of colored carrots. And I was too inebriated off of the wine they served to really notice. I was like, is that a carrot? I spent like literally the whole entire time everyone was eating trying to see if, is that a carrot? It was like a purple carrot. Anyway, and they had a sauce on it. It was like a Dijon wine cream sauce.
Whose wedding? That's a good question. Cuddle Cats. Oh no. I'm sorry. Chat just froze up there for a minute. I would like to know whose wedding.
Hi, Sasky. It was so good. Sushi? Do they still give out crowns at Burger King? That's a good question. I do love sushi, but it would have to be sashimi. Oh, like the raw stuff with no rice? Ah, Bella, there's no shame in that. Some people just don't like the taste of different
Lottie, did you include James's medication that Foodie just picked up off the floor?
foods, you know?
Was that on there?
I saw somebody say something really good about that, like on TikTok. Like all sorts of information. They were like,
Honestly, all she's doing all day is scrolling through TikTok, by the sounds.
never mind, I'm too lazy to even say
That's
it. It's like a long
Searching her name on YouTube and scrolling through TikTok.
explanation. Okay, Shannon, we'll have a good one. My makeup is bugging me. Thanks for being here, Shannon. I want to make a coffee. I want to try sushi.
That's actually an interesting point now that we're talking about halal cheese and stuff. What happened at the Canadian place?
But not sure about the raw fish ones. No, yeah.
Interesting.
What? I know you deleted that, babe, but I don't even know what the heck we're talking about. I don't speak.
Understood.
I don't know. Idiota. Sushi's delicious. I think that was curly. They're still raging. Sushi's delicious. By the way, I want to put out a general disclaimer for those of you who are so excited every time you think I rage.
Oh, here it is.
Raging and responding in a non-friendly manner to the BS that you put out, that's absolutely ridiculous, is not raging, okay?
Oh, it's all the same.
Thank you. So these are amazing. I don't know what they are.
Long... Damn it, I closed the tab.
This tastes like... I don't think so, boo-boo. Teardrop. Old me. I love that picture of you, babe. My handsomest man.
Not Longan, the other one.
What was I going to say?
Damn it.
So that's just a disclaimer, alright? Thank you. Thank you.
It's not a rage if I'm just responding grumpily.
I'm just gonna have
What are you talking about? Don't call it a rage. That's not rage.
a little more pineapple and that will be it.
Ah, yes, Count Dooku. Thank you, Hats. Sarah, there's an animal product in for making some cheeses. Rennet.
I don't mind concerned people. It's just like people act like I haven't, tried to get help before and everything. Like, it's an ongoing battle no matter what.
Help for what? What are we talking about? Oh my god.
Oh, I'm glad for you, Lisa. So is awesome too. Flour.
Yes, Elizu, we're currently on a fruit salad.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre old meat.
She doesn't necessarily understand what fruit she's eating. She thinks an avocado is cantaloupe.
Get it. We'll get it. Remind us when we get back.
Bit of a mixed bag today.
Okay. Enough fruit and veg. But you know what I want a couple more of?
Cheese toasties.
These.
Oh, the corn
They're
snacks.
really good, but they go stale easy.
Yeah, gotta eat them all. Can't leave it open. Guarantee the 9 cheese pizza wasn't halal as it had parmesan on it. Maybe not. Maybe they made an animal rennet free parmesan. Like it wasn't Parmigiano Reggiano. It was just parmesan.
He's a wonderful man. Thank you. Yeah,
But maybe Ellie, who
my
knows?
internet went down for a few. That sucks. I hate when that happens. I panic. Like, okay. I give my internet exactly 1 hour to fix itself or else I go nuts. Welcome back, golden girl.
Corn snacks. Bring on the crunches. Nom nom.
No, some messages don't go through or get removed for like no reason sometimes. I notice on YouTube. These are addictive. Put them away. Horror Game October.
question why you bring them into the home.
Hi, Bam. How are you? How are your travels? Okay, this is a corn stick. It tastes like buttered popcorn. It's made from corn, like corn puff. I have not seen Omi rice. Is the omelet liquidy?
Oh my god, Skip.
Is people, regardless if you have a binge eating disorder.
Here it is.
how can
Here's
they
the
monetize-
talking points.
Because they mean, like I watched.
Fine.
This is a corn stick.
We'll go all the way back.
It tastes like buttered popcorn. It's made from corn, like corn puff. I have not seen Omi rice. Is the omelet liquidy? Foodie, are you worried at all about the new YouTube rules? No.
Here's the topic of conversation 2 hours into the live stream.
Because they mean, like I watched the update today. They mean like, they're not going to monetize people binge eating, okay? A binge has to be associated with an eating disorder. So the thing with that is people, regardless if you have a binge eating disorder or not, you have to eat. So how can YouTube discriminate against, like, what's their guideline for what's a binge? You know, I think they mean if someone comes on and is like counting calories, if someone's coming on and like restricting calories, if someone's coming on and
It will be interesting as well because there are a lot of people out there who put like recipes and stuff together that obviously have the caloric breakdown. That will probably go unaffected. I think it's very specific. It's very hard. I mean, it is very hard for the platform to draw a line in the sand. And we've been talking about this for kind of years when it comes to actively partaking in an addiction or whatever on the internet and where you can kind of draw the line. Because previously the terms of service have kind of been more focused around like hard drug substances, etc., etc. Does the platform have a responsibility to try to moderate, I guess, that content? And the previous conversation has very much been around EDs and the discussion of glorifying them, and that was the word that everybody kind of had to understand what was glorifying an ED essentially, and what was perhaps just being educational and conversational and anecdotal. So an update to those terms of service would probably frighten Chantal and Ambi both, considering that those conversations have been primary points of their content for a lot. So I would say it'll be interesting to see how they roll it out, because obviously YouTube's monetization bots are not perfect in any way, and it's gonna be really hard for them to go through like millions of hours worth of content to try to moderate particular talking points and discussions. But we'll see how it goes.
being like, okay, this is a binge and eats like 20 chocolate bars in a row. You know, if somebody names it a food challenge though, because there's no disordered association with food to it, so it's not the same. I don't know what they're gonna do about food challenges, but for me, like,
But that's the thing as well, it comes down to an individual, right? Like, if you have created a channel where you've like put binge in the title, where you've put it in the thumbnail, when you've spoken about your ED in a way that is not necessarily educational, but the reality is, when I listen to Chantal talk about her relationship with food, all I hear is her justifying her behavior on the internet. So that's its own thing. And I think that's going to come down to a personal perspective on what you think is appropriate for monetization and what isn't. But Daddy G makes the rules, so you got to play by them.
you'll see in my video I'm going to upload, I had a meal, you know, even my pizza was like this big. Most of the food I eat is not even that big, and it's not a binge.
Lottie's got the note. Anything that comes across as potentially harmful medical advice. So do you mean like her potato fasts and her grape diets? Potentially triggering when sharing personal recovery and imitable behavior will be age restricted and have resource links placed. Which is smart, and it's safe, and it's absolutely fair. And I think that anybody who's talking about their relationship with food or ED in a conversational tone, and less about, or an educational tone, I guess, and less about potentially harmful advice to individuals. Yeah, I mean, that's I guess the line.
My pizza was like this big. Most of the food I eat is not even that big, and it's not a binge.
I still wrestle with my original issue with mukbangs and people who sit there and talk about their ED and then eat on camera. Like, I've never understood it. I won't understand it, and I don't get it. how the platform can say, yeah, that's a good idea. Because especially to be monetized. And I think there's an element of that in this terms of service change, is that encouraging people to practice potentially harmful or unhealthy habits for money on your platform, like, what is your duty of care there? And that's a whole conversation.
All of binging is done in secret, like, away from everybody, because it's about binge eating is a mental health disease. It's not.
She says that, okay, look, I'm not here to define what is and isn't a binge, what is and isn't a hard relationship with food. I know mine. I've listened to Foodie talk about hers for a long time. That 7-Eleven eat with me, the cheese toasties and the cheesecake and the chalky milk and the ketchup chips and all of that stuff, by Chantel's definition, that sounded like the gas station meals, gas station snacks that she used to get at 3 o'clock in the morning. I understand she will consistently and continue to say that you don't see my binges, they don't happen online, whatever. I get that. But I don't know. I just feel as if you are, and it comes down to that topic of glorification, right? Like, if you're sitting here and you're telling people that you can consume thousands of calories, give no shits about your organs, and talk about your ED in a way that essentially holds you accountable, not at all, to what's happening, does that influence other people to try to do the same? Possibly.
Just overeating, that's the difference, and that's what they have to differentiate between those videos. But by the way, I wanted to say that about, I saw a TikTok, like, this disturbs me. Yeah, I have an eating disorder, Danny Howlett, but I still have a right to eat, right? So how is YouTube going to watch me doing a mukbang of a totally normal portion, or maybe a larger than normal portion, and say that's a binge? So because I have binge eating disorder, I'm not allowed to eat on camera at all?
You can do it, whether or not they'll monetize it, if you're talking about your ED while essentially practicing it. I don't know.
Same thing with Eugenia Cooney, okay? She's like...
But I have to eat. Understand that. You don't have to eat on camera for money. No one has to. Can you? Sure. But you got to play by Google's rules. They're Google's rules. They are Google's rules. I remember when, it was only a couple of years ago we were talking about it. And, a couple of years ago when Chantel was doing, like, the bong rips. And we were having a conversation about how, like, educational channels have had to demonetize their content because of drug use in the past, and when that terms of service got updated, it was specifically hard substances, and how they were able to monetize that educational content again. Fair enough. Chantel's content is not educational. Could it potentially influence people to try to replicate her behavior? 100%, absolutely. And in the realms of mukbangs, I believe there's a group of mukbangers, and I think most mukbangers don't talk about their relationship with food, and some people do. And now we've just kind of got to the line where if you want to talk about your relationship with food, maybe you don't get to mukbang anymore, or maybe you shouldn't. You can, but maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't be monetizing the content that is tied to a potential concern of the platform.
At the other end of the spectrum of eating.
She's quite pissed, yes.
Not allowed to eat on camera at all. Same thing with Eugenia Cooney, okay? She's like at the other end of the spectrum of eating disorder. She's anorexic. I saw the most disturbing, I hate seeing these on TikTok, of a person who had an account on TikTok coming for Eugenia, like wanting to deplatform her. And she was like really disgusting about it, like saying, don't worry, her problem, like she should be off of YouTube, she should be off of TikTok, she should be deplatformed. She's glorifying, and her reasoning was she's glorifying her eating addiction, her eating disorder. One, no, she doesn't. Because she literally, people have had to pull teeth, literally, to get her to acknowledge a little bit that she has an eating disorder.
And that's the difference, right? That's the difference. I've spoken about Eugenia Cooney and my perspective on all of that, and I think it's really hard because with Eugenia, there isn't a conversation, like she's not having a conversation with the audience about her anorexia nervosa or her binging and purging or any of that stuff, right? That is all very, very closely guarded conversations, closely guarded topics that do not get acknowledged, do not get made as content. I totally understand the body checking and the spectacle of all of that as well. And I think that that's a really complex topic of conversation, and I don't know enough about it to make a valid point. But what I will say is that Chantal comparing herself to Eugenia Cooney in this topic of conversation is there's a particularly large and glaring difference, which is Chantal will talk about her ED, Eugenia Cooney won't. And anorexia and kind of concerns in that realm are really hard to have a conversation about because it is invisible. Outside of the outcomes and what happens to the individual, they're invisible. It's impossible to see someone who's limiting their calories or not eating because it's invisible. You can't see it. Do we see Chantal overconsume on calories? Yes. The whole topic of binging is outside of the realms because according to Ambi, binge can mean different things to different people. But if you sit here on your platform and you talk about your relationship with food and there is evidence of you partaking in that, that's a very different topic of conversation to it happening off camera. So I think Chantal's very wrong in this comparison.
Yeah, Naomi. Like, there's people who eat way more than I do. I eat my meal. That's it. You know, I still have to eat, you know? Danny Howlett, how are you to determine what my personal binge is? Just because you say it's a binge doesn't mean...
Yeah, Lisa, exactly. And at the end of the day, it is up to YouTube and Daddy G to make decisions on what is appropriate for their platform and what isn't. Yeah, and definitely what's safe and what isn't, because we obviously don't want, and it's written in the terms of service, we don't want to be glorifying any of those potential outcomes, and that can be a really hard conversation when it comes to like education, right? Or anecdotal, or listening to someone's story about all of that, because I think there's obviously validation in people's stories and people's history and how they process things in that realm. But Google's essentially saying, should it be appropriate to run, not Google picking up my name, should it be appropriate to run ads on that content? Should it be monetized?
Danny Howlett, how are you to determine what my personal binge is? Just because you say it's a binge doesn't mean it's a binge. So the same logic. Actually, I know myself a lot more. I live with my eating disorder.
Chantal is very good at loopholing her logic, though. So I can see all of the arguments that she's trying to make. But the big one for me is, if you're going to talk about your relationship with food and then partake in your relationship with food on camera and tell us, well, it's not a binge, so it's okay, I don't care. I don't care if you don't want to define it as a binge. If you want to talk about your relationship with food and then create content about your relationship with food and consumption of food, please understand that Google might see that and think, maybe we shouldn't run ads.
You don't, you know, actually saying that I'm eating like a personal sized pizza is a binge. No, binging is not just how much you eat. That's not only what a binge is when it comes to binge eating disorder. And a binge is a lot more food than what I eat. A lot more. It's about how you feel about what you're doing. You're on autopilot. You feel bad.
Yeah, because we've never watched Chantal on autopilot, zooted out of her fucking mind, like you say, chat, eating 50 Nutella-filled Lockmas. Just Twix and fluff. Like 4 wedges of cake. Like, we've never seen Chantal do any of that.
Feel all of these emotions, like there's all this psychological part to it. It's just more than overeating, you know?
And this is why I honestly think that Chantal eating on money for camera is harmful. Right? Harmful to her? Sure. She thinks it's just having a meal on camera, but there's so much tied up in the mentality of, I do this as a job. I do this for money. This is my career. This is how... And she sits there and she justifies it to herself and to everybody else, saying, I like doing this. This is what I like to do. I enjoy this. I enjoy sitting down to dinner and talking at the camera. You may, but subconsciously, how much damage is that doing to your psyche when all of your money, all of your income, all of your livelihood is tied up in that behavior? Chantal can still sit down and have dinner. No one's saying she can't do that. Should she run ads on that content while she's talking about her relationship with food? That's the decision Google gets to make.
Everyone has different size meals. Maybe I didn't eat at all that day and I'm eating a lot now and I won't eat later. How can YouTube determine that? If you come on though and say, okay,
Exactly, Lottie. That's a really good point. Lottie said Chantal also uses her diagnosis to justify showcasing food behaviors she herself identifies as unhealthy, i.e., I have BED and food addiction, so I have to eat 3 portions of food to prevent a binge. She's said, like, she's spoken about it so many times that I think perhaps I'm biased because we've sat through so much of the history and so many of those conversations with Chantal that her justification doesn't make sense for me, because historically we've been here for all of those conversations, right? Like, remember when pizza again, when she was talking about what an average person eats for pizza in some kind of point that she was making? It's like, okay, will the average person eat a medium-sized 9-cheese pizza with ketchup on it? I don't know. I mean, you are right now. But, like, it's hard to have a conversation about your relationship with food while actively participating in consumption of foods that is going to, I think, potentially do damage. Who am I, though? Clout, thank you for the super chat. Clout says, does she realize we don't monetize her channel? I think she's, in this moment, she's very much trying to justify her rights on YouTube, while the audience is sitting here saying, it's ultimately up to Google. Daddy G took her channel for a month. Like, Daddy G can do whatever the hell they want. If they decide at some point in time, anything that isn't marked as educational can't run ads on this topic of conversation, sure, people would be upset, but it's well within their ability. It's well within their power. I mean, there's a lot of things that we don't talk about on YouTube, or we try to talk about in vague terms, because historically it has resulted in demonetization or removal of channels. So, like, this isn't a new thing. It's just a new thing that's affecting Foodie, because there are changes that I think over the years are going to actively work against glorifying the consumption of food on camera for money, right? That's why mukbang has started calling things food reviews. That's like, it's all very hard. But I would expect the same treatment if all of a sudden I decided to start mukbanging on my channel or doing food reviews or whatever. I would expect people to question it and say, Zach, you've spoken about your history with food on channel, like on content that's been monetized for a long time. What are you doing? Like, that would get me some side eye.
Maybe I didn't eat at all that day and I'm eating a lot now and I won't eat later. How can YouTube determine that? If you come on though and say, okay, I'm going to show you guys a binge, then they won't monetize that, sure. I don't have a full table of food yet. So, okay, what is deplatforming going to do for Eugenia? Is that going to get her to...
I have no idea, P-Day. I mean, it's a relatively new change, so I feel like we'll see changes in content and what is and isn't monetized as we move forward. I might try to, like, run some tests. Not tests, but, like, see, I guess, if there are particular topics, and I'm sure Google will be transparent in reasons why things might not get monetized. They never really are, though. Oftentimes, if you get, like, a yellow or a red, it'll say, like, it'll be either copyright or it'll be falls outside of the, like, monetized guidelines or whatever. But they don't really give you a specific reason. But I would be interested to see if Foodie content starts getting more and more of those yellow dollar signs, just because, you know, this.
I don't have a full table of food yet. So, okay, what is deplatforming going to do for Eugenia? Is that going to get her to stop? Is that going to get her to stop? Are you going to cure her eating disorder by...
No, but I don't think it's about that. It's like the whole topic of Eugenia is really sad and it's upsetting. Period. Like, that's all it is. I think that, personally, I think that if you stop paying someone for something that is hurting them, that's the bigger conversation, right? Like, what happens then, and whose responsibility is that? And that's very much a moral and ethical dilemma, I think. Someone's doing something that's actively hurting them in whatever way, and they're getting paid to hurt on camera. What is your ethical stance on that? And what is the duty of care stance for the business that runs, that organizes that profits off it? Don't forget that Google profits 30% of everything that gets run through anything. So what's Google's duty of care when it comes to people suffering and hurting and potentially hurting themselves on camera and continuing lifestyles that continue to hurt them on camera? Like, Google also has to kind of draw a line in the sand to say, no,
deplatforming her? No, that's discrimination against people with eating disorders. People with eating disorders.
It's not discrimination though. It's not. I think the thing, it's Google's platform. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They're not going to discriminate. They're not going to be like taken to court about discrimination for any of this because, again, it comes down to a moral and ethical conversation. Foodie, if you wanted to create your content and it only be about you talking about your relationship with food and to keep that monetized in an anecdotal, conversational, personal, whatever, that's fine. Essentially, I'm trying to say you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't talk about your hard relationship with food and practice your hard relationship with food on camera for money and expect that to be okay. And I think that's historically been a lot of an issue that people have had with their content. Oh my god, Mons, hello.
Disorders have a right to a platform, you know? And she doesn't encourage it. Like, she does, you know, clothing hauls, but I mean, she's not saying, look at me, you should not eat. She's not promoting anything. You know, she actually keeps her...
I don't watch a lot of Eugenia, so I can't tell you, but I'm only aware of the conversation about body checking, and I don't know enough about all of that to make a decent point. But yeah, I don't know. I think I see a lot of people who are concerned about the influence of individuals, and that's also a bigger conversation.
Her eating disorder, Eugenia does, very, very, very private. You know what I mean? I'm always here for support you and standing at your side, any pressure.
Yeah, Lottie, exactly. Saying we will give you this platform and allow you to speak about it, but we won't pay you for it. That's not discrimination. Just because you're not running ads on that particular content, it doesn't mean they're kicking you off or saying like, bye, you can't be here anymore. But then again, there's the other flip side of that coin as well. It's like, what liability does Google have even outside of not paying the creators?
The most kindest woman I've ever seen. So simply, I love you. Aww.
Anyway, it's a big think piece. Lots of thinking about that topic. There's a lot. You can go back and forth on it all day.
Look at. Thanks, babe. You are the kindest man too, and you really changed my life. Helped me become a better person. I love you.
Lisa, she is arguing desperately because she is trying to find that logic that says I'm okay. I can keep doing what I'm doing because it's okay. And I'm allowed to, and this is my justification. And she's finding her Chantal logic in all of this, which I can see and I can understand, but it's a reach.
Why would someone admit that they're binging? To create...
I will tell you right now, I am subscribed to a channel that films, they don't film themselves, I've spoken about them before, but they film their binges in a diary capacity. So they'll take a photo or they'll take a video and say, this is what I'm eating and this is this many calories, and like the time and the date, and they'll do it in a diary format. And we don't know who this person is. They don't show themselves ever. They just have, this is the food and this is the calories, and this is the food and this is the calories. And there's no sloppy eating, there's no slurping, there's no crunching, there's no fucking sex noises, there's no sucking down fingers or saucy cheesy chins or anything like that. It's just a diary, and I don't even think it's monetized. It's just a diary of them filming the food that they eat, and I assume that this is somehow helpful for them or beneficial for them or therapeutic for them. That's always a good word. I don't know, but they have chosen to create this content, right? And I watched a little bit of it and I was just like, oh boy, that does put like calories into perspective, specifically on like processed foods and things like that. That's interesting. There's no voiceover, there's no personality behind any of it. It is just, this is what's happening right here. This is what we're seeing. So yeah, that content, very, very different to putting a person behind it, because that's a more complex conversation.
Awareness about the disorder in general. So what people want to do, instead of helping people with create awareness on it, is they want to ostracize those people. They want to put those people away. You know, like Eugenia's, she's influencing young people. Well, you know what? That's the parents' responsibility to not let their kids watch anything.
Jesus, oh god, Foodie has some interesting takes. Lottie says, age restriction means you have to be signed in with a registered date of birth that makes you older than 18. Yep, which is relatively easy to do on YouTube. External embedded links won't play on other sites. People receive pop-up alerts that it may be sensitive. Advertisers don't want to risk having ads on those videos. No, and I don't think they ever have. I mean, I know there's been a lot of conversation about all of that as well. And there are companies out there who will literally tell Google, like, we don't want ads run on this type of content. And that's how community guidelines in terms of service are kind of generated, because Google gets pushback from businesses and advertisers who say, Like, why are my ads being run on this? They're similar to Coldie and Foodie, I guess. But obviously in a different way. So, yeah, interesting. And obviously, like, Google is kind of one of the major conglomerates when it comes to advertising and ads and like search engines and stuff. So, yeah, Foodie's a drop in the bucket when it comes to concerns about running ads on particular content on YouTube.
Order in general. So what people want to do instead of helping people with create awareness on it, is they want to.
But that's the other part of the conversation. Eugenia Cooney's content is not necessarily spreading awareness about a disordered eating or having educational conversations or anything like that. If there is none of that, then it is just what it is. It is what it is on its face.
Ostracize those people. They want to put those people away. You know, like Eugenia's.
Again, not ostracizing, not paying, not monetizing any of that content.
She's influencing young people. Well, you know what? That's the parents' responsibility to not let their kids watch anything. Or instead of that, why not just teach them about it and, you know, why it's dangerous, blah, blah, blah. Why not just have that conversation with your kids instead of putting the onus on the influencer, who, by the way, doesn't owe you anything. We don't owe you anything to raise your kids. We're not influencing your kids. We don't owe you anything. We have a right to a presence with an eating disorder on a platform. That's how it goes. Sorry.
That's how it goes.
You know?
You have a right to the ability to show yourself on this platform as long as Google allows it. Whether or not you can run ads on it, that's an entirely different discussion. As for the topic of influencers, I am all for... Look, I'm never going to have kids. I'm out of this conversation. But I'm all for having conversations and educating people on the hardships of life in the future, or life that people are going through, and exploring all of that. But just, I hope no one ever watches Foodie and says, I want to be like that one day. No. Opposite of that. Opposite.
I'm not glorying in anything. I don't come on here and say, okay, look at all this food I'm going to binge on. No, I eat a meal. I enjoy food. I have an eating disorder. I have an addiction to food. But at the same time, I have to eat. I'm a human being.
You don't have to eat on camera. You don't have to eat for money. Fuck. This is not a hard thing. But why shouldn't I? Because it's probably not good for you. Probably not. As an ex-smoker, I can't imagine sparking up on camera and smoking. I just can't. And I understand not everybody has to smoke. But there are comparable issues in all of that.
Can't avoid it. That's why.
My relationship with food, if I sat here watching Foodie while eating, fuck, my brain would go bananas. I'd be doing backflips up there.
It's so hard.
I'd be like, oh my god, I can get paid. I can get paid for eating whatever the hell I want. Oh my god, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. Ice cream. Oh no, I got some on my chin. Oh, sticky fingers. Like, I could act a fool. I won't. Don't worry. But I just think of, like, what kind of serotonin dopamine hit I would be receiving, telling my brain I can consume calories, a large portion of calories, and essentially eat food that is not going to do me well, and get paid for it. Like, that's some fuck shit that I would actively try to avoid my brain from ever engaging in. That's wild.
You can't avoid it like you can avoid beer, cocaine. You can avoid those things. You can't avoid food, and you have to eat. And if you make it a secret to eat, and you start putting all these food rules on yourself, you start adding guilt to the mix, then you perpetuate your eating disorder. You have all these negative emotions.
You know what? I'm not a professional, so I don't want to say this at all. But I honestly think you getting paid to participate in eating on the internet for attention and money probably hasn't worked in your favor when it came to your relationship with food. I know that's probably quite pointed to say, but I don't think you eating on camera and being a spectacle and making this your lifestyle and your career has benefited your relationship with food. And that's probably something to unpack with a professional, not me. Just my 2 cents after watching you for a long time. Hey, Warehouse, thanks for the super chat. Warehouse says, as an alcoholic, I have to drink, but I avoid alcohol. Right, and with Foodie's case, she often says she's addicted to fast food, but we don't see that. Like, we see that practice, I guess, pretty much on the daily. Also, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the super chat. Take care of yourself. Big cup of tea.
Associated with food.
It doesn't fix everything, but it does make you feel good.
Which is what I'm trying to avoid, you know? So whenever you come in someone's with an eating disorder's life, whatever, it's the internet, I don't expect any less. But when you leave comments to people like saying, why, like, you're really going to eat all that? Especially if it's not even that much. You're messing with
If you create content, expect people to have opinions on it.
them psychologically, or you're trying.
Don't try to use something like your relationship with food as an excuse or a shield to hide behind because you don't want people's opinions. You're on the internet. You have to grow a bit of a thick skin. You have to put a barrier up. You have to not roll around in the comment section if you feel like that's going to be an unsafe space. But do you want to know why it's an unsafe space? I think it's an unsafe space for you because of the way that you've treated your audience, the way that you talk about your relationship with food specifically, and then essentially shit all over that conversation by doing things like eating a 9-cheese pizza, by doing things like eating Twix and marshmallow fluff and fucking filthy lockmas dripping down your chin and like all of that stuff. I'm not saying that's deserved. I'm just understanding even people who are fans of Chantal, I'm sure, few and far between. I'm sure they would see some of the mukbangs, some of the consumption and have that concern. Is it a concern that's valid? If you create content about it. We're not walking up, like, don't get me wrong, I know I don't speak fondly of Foodie, I get that. But I'm not walking up to Foodie in a food court and saying, are you going to eat all of that? Chantal's making content about consumption of food while talking about her eating disorder. And we've watched it for a long time. And we can log off at any time. I just think they're valid conversations to have. No one's kicking in her door to criticize what she's eating. This is not personal. This is not private. Chantal has decided to create content focused around this. So yeah, people are going to have opinions. It's got nothing to do with her real reality. It's to do with what she chooses to show. So, it's her choice.
I've learned to, like, just...
Oh my god, you mean no hi.
On comments like that now. But, you know...
Right, exactly, Golfport. And there's no management, there's no treatment, there's no nothing. There's just utilizing what's going on for her as a justification that it's okay, I can keep doing whatever the hell I want. And Chantal can. That's her choice. She can do whatever the hell she wants. But if she wants to continue to try to monetize this and continue this behavior, I just sit here and think, man, this seems damaging for an individual. But okay.
They're only demonetizing, exactly. Yeah, I mean, they're just demonetizing, like, videos about that, you know? So I don't know if they consider mukbangs binge eating. Maybe certain types. Like, maybe, I don't know who they'd go after, like, for instance. Because there are people who do mukbangs who don't have eating disorders. You know?
Yeah, correct.
There's a lot of them who just eat large quantities of food. Like, it's a profession for them. They're eaters, you know? And they don't care, like, probably when they turn off the camera, they don't care.
And that's why I think that a lot of those people who are just mukbangers who do just create or cook or order in a whole heap of food and eat it real sloppily and messily are probably going to be okay, possibly, unless there is a conversation about their relationship with food or eating disorders. And Chantal, you talk about this pretty consistently because you use that as validation to say, well, I'm not participating in it now, but I do have to eat and I have to film this. But you don't have to film this. You don't have to do it.
About food. So, you know what I mean? They're probably, like, sick of food because they have to eat it all the time. So, I don't know.
Oh my god, Lily, hi.
But anyway, I think what I'm going to
She has been very boring.
do is try to shift
But in this one, she's a little upsetty spaghetti about the terms of service changes.
more of my content over to, you know, putting more work into it. You know, when I get home, maybe get a nice chef's hat or something, and, like, my kitchen's nice and clean. I can, like, set it up in a bit nicer and make it, like, somewhere inviting, like, set up my spices nearby, make it somewhere, like conducive to wanting to cook. So, yeah, Merrick. But that's part of the eating disorder too. Like, that's from, you know, diet culture. It's like, no matter what we eat, if I'm not eating literal lettuce, you feel guilty. You're like, oh. Like, if I have, like the halal wieners, for example, like, if I have, like, one or two, which really isn't fine, I feel like, okay, I'm just gonna eat the whole package because they're bad anyway, and I'm being bad right now. Like, I'm giving into my eating disorder. You know, like, it's a really weird, skewed way of thinking, and it's really personal. So for someone to come in here and be like, you're binging, when you really have no idea, you know?
Ignore the comments. Don't read them. Don't eat on camera.
What happened with Mother D?
Or do whatever, it's your choice. Just fucking manage something.
Do more travel content.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
oh, for sure I want to, bam. Salah's so supportive when exact moment you knew Chantal was the love of your life, Salah. You had 14 heart attacks? Wow. I'm here, I'm happy, and I'm blessed. Mother D,
So
you're amazing.
funny.
That's exactly you know, and that could be a big part of the reason you are, because like
And maybe that's why she will try to transition some of her content into cooking at home.
you define
Because that way she'll justify, oh no, I'm showing people a recipe and it's a cook with me and then an eat with me.
the odds because you appreciate your life. You're grateful. You love life, and you know, like despite that, so good for you. 1 million views on the first channel. I know I could get more views doing that, I'm sure, but no, it's not about that. Zach Choi, he's thin, yeah, you know. So you just don't know really what a lot of people are going through behind the camera, you know.
Unless they bring it in front of the camera and talk about it.
Teardrop, yeah. I wish you guys well. You're not addicted to food, you're addicted to junk and exactly. You're exactly right, Cash, because those foods are addictive. Just like they have anything that has that pleasure response that releases that dopamine in your brain, that's addictive. So, you know, I'm not gonna go and binge on this, like as if, you know. Especially not with any.
And again, her definition of a binge is wildly different to mine, but okay.
Maybe if I could put this on it, sugar, salt, but no, sugar, salt, fat. They have that response in your brain, you know. She might have been forced into.
Again, I don't understand. Chantal needs to write out her definition of that word because it seems to change depending on the story. Hey.
Treatment.
Like she literally just said in this live stream, it's emotionally driven and this, that, and the other. And she said, well, I couldn't binge on that. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, my relationship with food obviously looks very different to yours.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Like, there's a reason why there's particular foods in this house. Oh, not in this house that I can't keep here because if I'm in an emotionally vulnerable state, sometimes they get overconsumed. And it's a list.
Isn't that disordered eating a massive amount of food in one sitting?
Let's unpack this.
Starving yourself for 2 days prior. Hi, Candace.
Not a professional, not diagnosing anyone. Yes.
Naomi, that's a good question. I think it can be because you know, for many with binge eating disorder, well, one big part of it is the binge and restrict cycle. So, you know, that cycle that everyone comments on, it's another cycle. Yeah, you know, it is true because but that's the thing. If you're restricting for a reason that involves negative feelings towards food, if you're doing it because you don't want to eat because you're ashamed of eating and you're trying to make up for excessive calories that you eat, then that's an eating disorder. But if you're just starving yourself because you want to fast for medical reasons or for spiritual reasons or for positive reasons, that's different, you know. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not that black and white. So I don't know what YouTube means with their new guidelines, but we'll see. Anyway, like I said, I want to cook some delicious meals I know I can make. I want to make so many.
Oh, Carla, good to see you. Hope you're well.
Things for Salah. He hasn't had any Canadian dishes.
Carla has a note saying, neuroscience student here, just because something causes dopamine release doesn't mean it's addictive, has the potential, oh wait, I missed you, potential for addiction, but it's not automatically an addictive substance. Right, and that, I guess there's a bigger conversation around like habitual activities as well.
Cooked by me.
Because doing something can make you feel good, which isn't necessarily a dopamine release, like a chemical reaction.
I want to make him creamy mashed potatoes and like Salisbury steak and
We have had this conversation so many times.
chicken parmesan and chicken Alfredo and poutine.
Where are we at? Was this like 6 months ago? 12 months ago? 9 months ago?
Oh, I had a massive heart
Kayla,
attack.
yes.
She didn't make it. Oh, I'm sorry
Allegedly.
for your last teardrop. I should make a great cake and gravy in her honor because that's some interesting combos. Thanks for sharing that. Call it Chantal versus
Terrible
food.
combination. I don't want gravy
Auspicious
cake.
Mother D. What are your plans if YouTube? Well, Danny, I mean, the worst comes to worst, they would demonetize my old videos. Some of them, you know, I would fight that. A lot of them are not related to binge eating disorder. It's just
Really, go and search. Don't actually go and search. I've already done it for you. In my brain, and I've done it in the past. Go and search Foodie's content for the word binge in the title, or in the thumbnail. There's a substantial amount of them.
eating and mukbang, you know. Mukbang is not synonymous with eating disorder. So, but going forward, I plan on. I want to do cooking, like I said, and I want to do some other content, maybe some podcasts or something, like some kind of show. I don't know. Remember when I had the Chantal show? That will take like a lot of work, and it's a hobby. It keeps my mind busy. It's something I like to do. What kind of cheese is used in poutine? Okay, I'm glad you asked. It's gonna hamstring the entire mukbang community.
I don't think it necessarily will. It'll be interesting to see what changes there, but I honestly don't think they'll make a massive shift to like demonetizing particular content. I think that there may be a review of larger content creators, specifically if there are any conversations about words like binging or eating disorder or things like that, and that might cause a more critical eye on those content creators, but I don't think it'll hit like the everyday eat with me's and stuff.
I think I really want to start looking into other platforms and branching out because
Oh.
YouTube is very strange with their terms and conditions, or their terms and conditions, whatever.
Chantal, they have allowed you on this platform for so long.
Their community guidelines, they don't enforce them when it matters. They let people get away with like harassment and bullying full force for years on their channels. Personal attacks over and over, not supposed to be allowed, and it's allowed. Hi, Anna. But, targeting someone for eating something...
for me, it's not an attack, but my response or my reaction to Foodie's content is me watching Foodie's content.
I get it if you're glorifying...
She's like, she exists as a human in a different reality because I'm watching her show. Yeah.
If Eugenia was glorifying her eating disorder, she would be coming on and saying, if she was restricting calories and talking about... She doesn't even talk about her eating disorder at all. So who are we to try to get that information out of her? She doesn't owe anybody anything, in my opinion. Who knows what she's dealing with behind the scenes? I don't know. Maybe not call it mukbang. Yes, Angela, exactly. There's ways around it. I think...
Eat with me's.
That you could just say, they can't demonetize people for eating normal portions of food. Come on. Food is it's a human thing. Or Rumble. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like how the platform works. Like, it's user-friendly for creators, but...
Chantal's going to Rumble?
Potato is actually not mozzarella. It's actually cheddar. I think it's cheddar cheese. It's like, it's fresh cheese just made, and it's fresh. Like at the first processing part where they separate the curds from the whey, they don't even make it into cheese yet. So I don't know. It's really fresh.
White cheddar cheese curds. Original Quebec poutine is made with white cheddar cheese curds. How do I know this? And you don't. Although I prefer the beef gravy described... Oh, no. This is all recipes? Okay. What kind of cheese curds are in poutine? Behind every successful poutine are brins de Gouda cheese curds. Uh-oh, we've got a fight. Maybe it's a Gouda. With its smaller cheese curds, it is the perfect ingredient for poutine. It won't melt under gravy. Some kind of curd. Cheddar? So far, I see cheddar and or Gouda. I mean, it's really neither of them because it's just the curds. It hasn't actually had time to be anything. It's just kind of basically cream cheese.
Call it eat with me instead, yeah. Maybe they should do something about all the hate bully chat. Exactly, teardrop. Anastasia, hi. Yeah, sorry, babe. The candle of the life, exactly. Aw. Yeah. I'm here to take care of you, babe.
Oh, God.
Don't worry.
Oh, no. Is the small Victorian child ill again?
It sucks that horrible people are finding success on YouTube. You know what? Creepy, exactly. But that's the whole world. Not even just on YouTube. Really horrible people profit every day. Immoral things profit. And that's what made a lot of sense to me when I was researching Islam. Like, I know in Christianity too, but I fell asleep for most of that when I was a kid learning about it. But now that I'm like interested to learn more, I found that when they say, it makes sense to me when they say that this dunya, this life is temporary, and it doesn't matter. Like the more you have on this earth has no relevance to how you're going to live your next life, or it's just, especially if you're earning it immorally. Like Islam has a lot of rules like about debts are haram, and
Canadian government can say, suck it to her tax debt.
I know what you're thinking, but just because I'm in another country, trust me, my problems follow me, and I'm actually, mashallah, dealing with them, paying them down, and I really want a clean slate and learn.
Alana has a note. Curdled cow's milk. The poutine cheese is a fresh cheddar made from curdled cow's milk and obtained without pressing.
From this, and clean up my act that way, because financially, like, as a Muslim, like, you're not supposed to, like, profit off of interest. You're not supposed to get things with interest. Like, it's a really, and it makes sense because it's not good for you. Like, I don't know. I know people sometimes have to, but I would say what I'm learning is just downgrade your life if you have to. Live within your means is one of the most important things. You don't need a new iPhone if you can't afford it. You don't need another new car. That's why
Didn't you buy an iPhone for Snoopy not long ago? And then yourself a Samsung? Even though you had perfectly working phones, both of you?
I would say what I'm learning is just downgrade your life if you have to. Live within your means is one of the most important things. You don't need a new iPhone if you can't afford it.
Uh-huh.
You don't need another new car. That's why I'm hanging on to the Kia.
Didn't you say Snoopy bought a new car? Didn't he get rid of the other car? You guys have a new car? Didn't that happen a couple of months ago? Huh.
Never go to Canada,
Is she pissing on Canada again?
Downgrade your life if you have to. Live within your means is one of the most important things. You don't.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about her over capitalism prior to being in Kuwait. She's been in Kuwait and she's bought a lot. She's moved apartments twice. Live within your means, though, guys. She's rented a seaside apartment. She's bought 2 new phones. They've rented a new car, or they've bought a new car, or whatever that is, because the perfumery is just going gangbusters. Come on now. Live within your means.
You don't need a new iPhone if you can't afford it. You don't need another new car. That's why I'm hanging on to the Kia. If I ever go to Canada, you know?
Why? No, I think you're hanging on to the Kia because of the debt. And the debt's probably not in your name. It's the debt.
I don't know how that will all work, but I don't know.
That's it, Lottie, yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go buy a new fancy car when I have one that works, that kind of thing.
You literally got a new car like months ago, right? Am I misremembering?
Squeak, squeak, cheese. It's prayer 5 times a day, LGBT.
Yeah, live within your means. Take a month-long holiday to Thailand.
That's why we follow Hinduism, a lot of the same beliefs. Yeah, a lot of them too. And Christianity, a lot of them have similar, because these are rules that are not just like, obey me, I'm God kind of thing. It's like actually like good for us as humans. Does that apply to homes as well, though? I think so, yeah. I think so, but I'm not sure. Any kind of interest in, like, the banks are more at fault, though. Like, they're, you know, super rich, or because they profit off of people. You know what I mean? Like, in an immoral way.
There's a big conversation to be had there about people profiting off of the masses, period. But okay.
I'm not going to buy a farm because, like, did you put me in cat form? Excuse me. Can't loan the money no longer. Well, that's not true.
Take it back.
Cat form? Excuse me. Can't loan the money no longer.
Trudy's coming for the banks. She's mad at the same-day pay loan people.
Well, that's not true. You can always get a loan. I'm telling you, no matter how many bankruptcies, no matter how much you've had, there's always going to be a bank that will loan you money, okay?
Choices. I mean, they likely will. They might not be banks. They might be places that say, hey, sorry, the interest is 100%. But it's okay. Foodie doesn't need to deal with those people anymore because she's not in Canada.
But I don't want to. Like, we don't have to. And mashallah, I'm so happy for that. You know? Banks profit off of people being in debt. It's so sad. Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
So do tax agencies.
The Kia probably won't work. Yeah, I have somebody taking care of it in Florida. I got some peeps in Canada. I'm not going to say I don't miss Canada. Obviously, I do. Some parts of it for sure. Definitely my family. I miss them a lot. I would love to be able to, like, I don't even like hugging, but I would love to hug them. Yeah, big hugs, teardrop. You're an amazing person. You're always positive. I love it.
I'm oral. Yes.
Pete's let a family of possums move into the Kia. I would love that. I would be like, here, possum. I call the big one Bitey.
What a Simpsons reference.
I'll never own an iPhone if I can't open my phone. Expected. Really, Mary?
Okay,
Said, look at
we're almost done,
chat.
chat.
You and your struggles
Thank
after
God.
her mom. Did you hear about her mom? Why she's still actually, Lexi? Yeah, I saw that. Like, I was watching Yo Mama and she came on and I was like, oh God, I can't stand her voice. But like, how disgusting that your mother just passed away and you're just like, you go on a stream and like take it out on me. Like, I don't.
Now, just a reminder, Lottie's very kindly cut out the segment of the conversation where Chantal's going in depth about her grandmother. Thank you again, Lottie. I would just like to say the majority of us know what all of that happened and looked like for you, and your choices to be on stream and doing stuff. So maybe this is not the hill you want to die on, Foodie.
I don't know. Hey, if that makes you feel better, do it. Whatever. But like,
But not according to a community tab post.
I don't know. It's so hot here, still I hate it. Yeah. Oh, is it hot all year round, teardrop? Canadian people are pretty cool. There's exceptions. There's exceptions.
I think there's about 4 in there.
Every rule.
Yeah.
Every rule. Everyone deserves happiness, whatever the harsh conditions one may face. Stay positive. Thank you. Yes. And I'll never forget. Like, I'm not angry. I can forgive people, but I'll never forget some of the things that were done to me. And not only that.
Here's the note. Thanks, mate. Chantal spent the next 20 minutes discussing her grandmother's death in detail. This topic has been edited out here. Please excuse a few choppy transitions. Lottie, no worries. Thank you. That's great. I wasn't expecting there to be a card.
Jana.
I love that.
Listen, people so worried about me not going back to Kuwait. Whatever. There's so many other countries to live in if we had to. I'm not worried about that. But no, it's not the case. But anyway. So,
I think so, Paige. Yeah, I think she
that's why it's important, I think, to just be a good person. I'm really trying to just focus on that and be grateful because you know, I believe now that this is just one phase of creation, that there has to be more. Salah's such a sweet soul. You're truly blessed to have each other. Yeah, thank you, Mary. I know, I feel almost
Plum, hello. Thanks for being here for 20 months, mate. Professor Plum says, much love, Lottie. Yeah.
guilty. Like,
All the flowers.
almost like I don't deserve.
Thanks,
I feel like I
Mom.
don't deserve him a lot, but I have to like check myself and be like, you know, this. Yeah, for sure. Like, of course I do. YouTube is banning cute comments. YouTube, it's so crazy. The grieving never ends. It's true. It gets easier to deal with when you don't think about it, but it never goes away fully. Pussycat. No, what changes am I gonna make? We'll see. I don't know, Pussycat. I'm in the works of really giving it some thought. Thank you, Fernanda. Everyone will get their karma, Lakina. You know, if I do something to someone else, then I'm gonna, you know, you reap what you sow. It's a tale as old as time. Hi, Sarah.
Strong as it may be.
So I,
Barely even
you know, that's yeah. But I'm going
Then
to
the
do
story
content like cooking.
ends.
I want to have like a Foodie Beauty channel.
Unexpectedly.
I think channels that are really eclectic are like less successful, and I would like to try to like do more like cooking and developing skills like that for myself while doing videos, making really nice recipes like my own way and not just some generic. Like I want to like incorporate my own touch to food and have selection of food. Maybe at the end of every video, babe, I can have you come in and try it and be like, you know, give your thoughts. Big hugs for sure. I would also, I don't know if I want to do this on TikTok. I've been watching for comfort, like a lot of TikTok gamer streams. There's these gamer chicks that, for some reason I like watching the gamer chicks actually more than, like I used to watch like the
Snoopy and... trying to think of an appropriate one-syllable name for Chantal.
Rad Brad, but I find like I like the soothing voice like of the gamer chick more. This one, I can't remember her name though. And she does horror streams. She plays random horror games, and to me that's comforting. I like that. So I either want to do it on there or on YouTube. I'm not sure.
Sorry, Carla.
Yes, I miss cooking. Actually, I never thought I'd say that. So this trip was beneficial in like eating out
Oh, Snoopy and the Bees has got it in one.
to death because like, you know what I mean.
Snoopy and the Bees!
Tootsie Pie.
Amazing.
Well, there's only one Salah, handsomest man in the world, and I have him, so no point. I'm kidding. Anyways. Yes. There's a new Saw movie, I saw that.
Oh god, I don't care.
We're gonna go to the movies here and try it out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, teardrop. And I want to see the
Lily, thank you for being here for 31 months, my friend. Good to see you today. Lily says, why do ducks have feathers? To cover butt cracks.
2.
I love
I
a
want
pun.
to see the new Exorcist movie.
Thanks, Lily.
I want to see the bed in the hotel is like super comfy, so that's one of the things that makes it. I love staying in a hotel when the bed has to be comfortable. I think it's out now. Creepy. New Saw. I haven't. The only Saw movies I've seen are 1 and 2. I have some catching up to do, but I don't know. The first one was okay.
I don't care about... Oh no, it's gone backwards. Oh god, just skip ahead. It's fine. Not a problem. Skip.
Any howlights if we could come to Canada and live? No, I don't want to live in Canada. Like, there's so many, like, I don't know, so much else to experience right now. It's just not what I want to do right now. I'm not saying I'll never want to live there again. Who knows?
Guys, I think she's going back to Canada.
The city has the 4th highest pollution in the world. Do you find it affecting your lungs? Really? I didn't even know that, Bam. I don't notice, really, but I don't like... When it's been really hot, I don't notice. No, I don't notice that. No. The humidity does, though. I notice that.
Blah, blah, blah.
A lot.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm got 3 hours. Guys.
I want to see that profile picture closer of me in cat form.
Don't care.
Napoleon? No way.
Skip.
No, I don't know. A lot of, like, Gulf countries, most of the Gulf countries, you don't have to pay tax. There's a lot of countries that are like that.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm done. Visa denied? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe they'll be there for another month. Oh my god, can you put up with another month in Thailand? Maybe not. Alright, chat. Hello. Thank you all so much for being wonderful. Thank you for being spectacular, amazing, beautiful, and filled with shenanigans. I appreciate you all. Thank you for hanging out with me for 3 hours. I appreciate that as well. For those of you on the rewatch, I appreciate your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. Chat, it's now 12 o'clock. I'm going to go make myself some lunch because I deserve it, and then probably go and lift some heavy things. For those of you on the rewatch, if you'd like to hit the like button. Chat, if you'd like to hit the like button if you haven't yet, that'd be great. I'm going to go because I'm done. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all in the next